So I am back, and I hope that this lighting is way better than what was previously here. So I got one light here, one light here, and one light here, and I got a lot of alcohol in. But yes, as we said, we are back again, and let's not go into the back again kind of thing. And apparently, right now it is Brighton 1, Leicester nil. Adam Lallana scoring that goal for Brighton. And a quick update, Wolves and Aston Villa couldn't score a goal. Southampton murdered Sheffield 2-0. Unfortunately, I was about to buy James Ward-Prowse, but I left him out. I think I got instead Son and Bamford. These were the two guys that I got in my FPL team. So that is that. And I got a few guests coming in. So hopefully they'll be here soon. And let's wait and watch what happens. But the debate right now, the discussion right now, I got a few points. And we will touch all those points. And yeah, right now, like the fan is too loud probably, and all it's too fast. But yeah, so going back, Arsenal drew the game against Burnley today away from home, and again the hair is coming on. Anyways, so it was a 1-1 draw. Arsenal did take the lead from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Chris Wood. I don't know what we want to call that goal, but Chris Wood did manage to score for Burnley and make it 1-1. There were no other goals in that game, but I think the fans must be burning and fuming and what are the words? Pissed, annoyed, irritated by the way that Arsenal conceded that goal. And let's do a minute of maybe silence for Granit Xhaka, or maybe, as Burnley fans would say, thank you, Xhaka. Thank you, Xhaka. Anyone feel like singing? But I don't feel like singing. But what the point was at the end of the day, that Granit Xhaka gifted Crystal Palace the goal, and it ended at 1-1. But the thing is that we saw a lot of clash, you can say, a lot of argument, you can say, a lot of debate, you can say. My favorite word, debate. Yeah, debate. So let's stick to the word called debate. And we could see a lot of fans debating the fact who was the one responsible. A lot of people said on Twitter that it was Xhaka. Xhaka is shit, which we already know. But at the end of the day, who was the one responsible actually for that goal? I mean, who is to be blamed? So that is the thing. And if you've seen the goal, you may have a different set of opinions. Let me just quickly check if the video is coming out fine before I get my guests in. Those guys will be hopping on. Okay. I think the lighting is way better now, and my eyes don't look black anymore. So black eyes matter. I mean, just kidding. But yes, Black Lives Matter and all lives matter. But at the end of the day, yeah, as I was saying, so there have been a few discussions as to who deserves the blame. And the fans were going on against each other, saying that, okay, maybe Xhaka only deserves the blame. Some fans said that Leno deserves the blame. So there have been mixed opinions about the same topic, and fans have been asking around, like, who actually deserves the blame. And I could see a lot of women also raising their voices. Happy International Women's Day. Miss Melina was there, and some of the other guests and some of the other women were there. Strong opinions. Appreciate all of them. More power to you women, and more power to the Arsenal women. Obviously, they're killing it. They always kill it. They do better than they actually do better than the men. Sometimes they do way better than the men's team. But yes, again, as I was saying, there were a lot of opinions going around whether it was Xhaka's fault completely, whether there is more to it than just maybe say Granit Xhaka's fault. A lot of fans had their own opinions. There were arguments going on, fights going on, challenges going on, and everything going on Twitter, other social media platforms, and people were arguing like this and that and all those things happening. But according to you guys, who deserves the blame? And that is the main question. I mean, do you think it was only Granit Xhaka's fault? Because Granit Xhaka was at the center of things, and there wasn't too much argument that he does get the blame. But does he only get the blame? Is the main question. I have my guest coming in soon, and that will be one will be Adam, and another one will be Sam as well. So people want to know who gets the blame. And there were, yeah, one more thing. There were some people who were saying that Mikel Arteta gets the blame for this goal. I mean, how? Literally, I will definitely be getting into some of the comments, and John is here in the chat. Big up to you. He's saying Leno and Zaka to blame. Oh, I agree with you. And Steven is here as well. So let me just quickly add him in the chat. And John is saying 60% Zaka, 40% Leno. So Steven is here. Big up to you, Steven. How are you doing? Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, no, you're checking me on Twitter now, are you?
I always was. you used you used to. Sorry, hold on. Let me just get this right. Wait
You
one
ain't done
second.
this before, have you?
No, it's been a long time, and I've done it more sober. But anyways, I was asking you, Stephen, who do you think gets the blame according to you? Do you think it is completely
I
Zaka
said on
or
my rating show,
okay,
80% Xhaka, 20% Leno.
okay?
I,
So can I just
I
ask you
do
till
think Leno
yeah,
because he saw the player coming towards Xhaka.
yeah,
So part of me thinks if you've got someone on the left, Louise not available. You've got someone on the right is Chris Wood, and you've got someone coming up behind the Xhaka, knowing you're gonna have to shout man on, and you know Xhaka's not incompetent, and you know Xhaka's incompetent, right?
yeah,
Just hoof the ball. But because he's been so drilled to play pass out the back, and so is Xhaka, I'm thinking surely Xhaka can't fuck this up, right? So he's passed it to
yeah?
him. But Xhaka, why can't he just launch it over with a nice perfectly lob? I don't know, but it's you would say it's just typical Arsenal in it at the minute. It is
Exactly. So
typical Arsenal. I people saying I
yeah,
blamed the manager for that incident. I don't blame the manager for that incident. There were parts of the game that I was looking at where William makes a darting run and then everyone's just static. They don't make runs to create the spaces. And I'm like, well, surely if you're a manager, you should be coaching that. As that's my problem with it. So,
uh,
but yeah, the actual incident, I don't blame him for that. I don't blame him for that.
no, but I just wanted to ask you one thing. You said 80% Zaka, 20% Leno. Do you think Martinez would have played the same pass, or would he have just kicked it long? Just asking.
Uh,
I'm not saying Martinez in or Leno out or anything, but I'm just asking you generally.
I would have think Martinez probably would have launched it. Probably would have launched it because probably he's got a better distribution long ball than Leno has. But Leno usually has been quite competent, but unfortunately his distribution today was very low, very low,
Yeah,
and
the
that's why I
reason I'm
say Martinez edges it.
yeah the reason I'm asking you that is because when people say that Zaka had choices, and if you have seen those images that are going around on Twitter, the only option that I can see is one left-sided diagonal pass, not a long one, but a short one, left-sided short diagonal pass to one of the players. I do not remember who it was because
Louise
Luis was
apparently.
no. Luis was blocked. Pablo Mari was blocked. But I will just try to share that image with you.
No,
There was
because
one.
Elite
Yeah.
KJ said it on the TFT, and what
Okay.
he said was, um, he had the image that Louise could have dropped 2 yards on the left, and it would have been
Yeah.
easier for Leno to pass it to him. So why didn't Louise drop back and why did he stay static? And part of me
Okay.
doesn't see that. Why do you do that? Surely, if you're playing from the back, you should get coach, make it easier for Leno to play the ball to you because you want it to
I,
be simple at that point
yeah.
because you don't want to screw it up.
No. See, I understand that, but another thing is You see, if you've seen the video of it, you see that Xhaka drops back towards Leno
I
when
do
he
apologise. I'm doing this on the phone. I should be doing this on one.
no, no,
To be honest.
that's all right. That's all right. But what I was saying is, when you've seen the video, Zaka drops back a lot and he comes inwards towards the box. And when he
Mm.
reaches the final position that he is in for playing that pass, he is stuck between Chris Wood on one side and another Burnley player on the other. So now, if he has to play a ball to David Luiz or to Pablo Mari, he has to chip it. And
Yeah.
trusting Zaka's skill, you know what is going to happen.
Oh Jesus
He's
Christ.
so that is the thing. The reason I am saying that it is a 50-50 or maybe say a 60-40 is because I believe that had if Leno is such a great goalkeeper, like everyone says that Leno is world class or he's a very good goalkeeper, he's great. The guy should be not putting another player in that position despite the player asking for the pass and just kicking it long.
Yeah,
Let
I
me
can hear that.
let me just add Adam as well. Adam is eating something. Adam, did you see the goal? Did you see the goal that Burnley gave away?
He's probably eating a
Yeah.
brownie.
Did
All
Burnley
right.
score?
You know what? Bit of a coincidence. I'm on the Tesh's show because I've just had an Indian delivery. Proper Indian madras, which my mouth is burning like fuck though, if I'm honest with you. But but it is what it is, yeah. Yeah, I did see the goal, the test, but I hold my hands up. I didn't watch the whole game, so I don't really want to judge any individual players on the 90-minute performance because I think it'd be unfair of me.
No, but what did you make of the goal? Is it only Zaka's mistake, or is
So
it also that?
can I just point that out? I didn't
Sure.
actually. I'm not blaming him for individual mistakes. The individual mistakes, then I look at the player mostly, right? There are just certain other aspects in sort of our build-up play that I was questioning. That was deeply concerning.
Well, pleased to meet you anyway, Stephen. I don't think we've been on a stream before. I hope you're well. Obviously,
Yeah, I'm doing
Natesh,
okay, mate.
the same with you. I mean, I watched the goal over and over again, and I know there's always an anti-Xhaka bias, and I understand that. No, anti-Xhaka can't be. Sorry, and I understand that. But I played football to a certain standard, but certain things were schoolboy errors, as in, Leno would have seen the Burnley strikers press quite hard on the Arsenal defenders, and he was fucking it around. He should have just went long. What he do? You just passed it to Xhaka, put Xhaka under a lot of pressure. He doesn't have eyes in the back of his head, so he can't see how close the striker was. And let's be honest, he would have been, what, 2 meters away, I reckon, max? 3 meters max? Okay, he looked left. He couldn't go right anyway. There was another striker there.
Yeah.
He looked left, and I think what he did, he tried to ping it in between, behind the striker. He tried to be cocky. So I understand why all the blame, or a lot of the blame, is going at Xhaka in the first place. But you can't hide the fact. And,
I mean, that's why I didn't fully put him on. That's why I didn't fully put it, because I can see it. Because I used to play as a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Right. So, because I was never good outfield, so I can see it from a goalkeeping point of view.
Yeah, he would have had a
if I'm
wide
looking
angle,
at him,
basically.
I would think, fuck this, I'm just going to launch it.
Yeah.
Fuck what the manager says.
Can I just quickly add one thing? Forget whether they are trying to play it out from the back. When 3 of the Burnley players, okay, Chris Wood, I don't
that's
remember
what I
who
said.
was
I said,
guy.
fuck this, I just launched it.
But
Yes.
surely,
Yeah.
no manager would have said to the players, still try and play around when the high press was so on top of that point.
Yeah, that comes down to the
manager
keeper.
would have said that.
That comes down to the keeper and the
Get it in
players.
fucking out of it.
Yeah,
because
that is what I was trying to add, Adam and Steven, that when there is a press and 3 players of the opposition team are in your box, you just play it long. that gives your attacking players and your midfield players a much better chance to go and progress forward with lesser opposition players being around. And that should be a natural understanding of the goalkeeper. No manager needs to tell your goalie that yes, you need to play it short, but when you get the chance, just play it long. No one can teach a goalkeeper that.
It's just
No
common
manager can.
sense, really. Stephen played a goalkeeper. You'd have a wide angle of exactly what is going on. I will say
Oh,
this.
I
felt
do
sorry
think
for
generally.
Xhaka
Hang
when
on,
the
hang on.
cross
When I
went
see
on.
it with Arteta, I know he wants to play from the back, right? I know he does. And when you look at that, you're probably thinking, why is Arteta teaching him to play at the back? But I'd say when he comes to that, surely he couldn't think. If you're playing such a high press against a high press, right? Surely in those situations you can try and play around it, but in some situations like that, just launch the ball. Common sense. Sometimes your manager says, despite if they play a high press, I want you to play out from the back. Fine, but if sometimes you just got to think common sense, and that
Yeah.
is, I don't care what the manager says. This is
Guy-
dangerous. I'm
Guys,
going to launch it.
sorry, Steve. I'm not being rude.
That's why I
just wanna
say the
go,
player
I just
comes
want to go a
into
bit
here.
off camera because I need to eat.
Yeah. This is
Yeah,
why
so
the player's like head needs to come in there and go,
yeah.
I need to think common sense, and fuck what the manager says. I'm going to launch it.
Yeah, guys. So what I'm trying to say is, I wouldn't, if it was a win for Arsenal, I wouldn't be giving a shit about the fact that whether it was a goal given to Burnley, a free goal or not. But I would still say this, even if it was a win for Arsenal, I would still say this: why isn't the goalkeeper kicking it long when he needs to?
Hmm.
I would this. I know that we have lost a couple of points because of that goal, but
Oh, here's
even if
another point. Why didn't
yeah,
Partey come and collect it? Because Partey's more competent on the ball. He's more confident on the ball. Right? He's more confident in pressure situations. So why did Partey come and collect it rather than Xhaka, who we know if you put so much pressure on him, he'll make a mistake.
And just going through quickly through the comments, Zaka called for the ball. He should have said no, boot it. And Arsenal AFC, Steven is the
Yeah,
manager to
I'd
blame.
mentioned that one
Yeah,
already.
yeah. And quickly, John is saying the guy is so-called leader of the team. Get the man out of the club. The thing is, I hope that he goes at the end of the season. No one is defending that part of the side of the
The
things.
problem
Yeah,
is that now I said this earlier in TFT, and one of them told me I was chatting shit, and they didn't think it was true. Now they believed it was true when Aubameyang re-signed for the club, and that was Arteta's doing. Right now, Xhaka was gone last January, not this January, just gone the last January. He was
yeah.
out the door because of what he did to the club, and I still ain't forgiving him for that because he still ain't apologised. Right, and Arteta convinced him to stay. Right, all the reports say it. Right, not just Sky, all of them. So if you're gonna say that's true, you've got if you're gonna say Aubameyang's is true, you've got to say Xhaka's is true because that's what they've come out and said.
So can
So
I ask you a question?
that's why I'm
Last,
doubtful whether he's
yeah,
gonna keep him. I do feel he's gonna keep him.
yeah. So just want to ask a question with respect to that. Last 3 to 4 weeks, or maybe say even 5 weeks, Zaka has been our best midfielder based on everything that he has done, stats, performances,
I'd say
overall
that
play.
because
Yeah,
Partey's been injured, and the rest of them they are they are even worse. They're
yeah,
like it's the best we've got.
yes, I
Yeah.
agree with
But
that. I'm not denying that.
if I can come in, sorry, I'm not
Sure,
going on camera at the moment.
sure.
If you want to come in on that, bro, regarding, I
I
think
wish
it's
I could
me.
offer you some milk, mate.
Oh, I know. Gee, but I think it's virtually impossible, guys. That we all know we're Deadwood in Arsenal. I'm not an Arsenal fan, and I know we're Deadwood, but I think it's impossible in the days of FFP, while it is more lenient during COVID at the moment. And let's be honest, you can't really future pro. You can't think of future incomes outgoings if you don't know what the income levels are going to be with football clubs, even when after shutdown. Are the
Well, you
stadiums going to
mentioned
be full?
hang on, you mentioned FFP.
Then
Yeah,
Hang on, you mentioned FFP, but the last summer transfer window We had no FFP, right?
Yeah.
So surely that would have been the right time for the board to say, yeah, we're backing this manager. We're going to give you a while and Partey. We're going to do this. We're going to get you new right back and come up with keep. This is why when it comes to this summer, I'm like, with Fire Play coming in again, I'm like, are you really going to back him? Because last season would have been a perfect opportunity to do it.
Well, it would have been, but can you
Just give me
imagine
10 seconds.
Can you imagine a wage bill? Because you still had the likes of Ozil and bloody everyone
And plus,
else.
there
on
are
a wage
certain
bill.
players he's still going to keep. I just don't.
I just want to quickly add Sam, and then we can continue. And Sam is here after his discussion with Daniel. Sam, just before you came, Adam has already gone into hiding. Oh,
No.
he's back.
Hey, Sam, I'm trying to be professional these days by eating off cup. Ooh, but I burped at the same time, so I do apologize.
Yeah, you already fucked up, didn't you?
Anyway, are you good, Sam?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad.
Better than Adam, but Sam, who do you
Better than
blame
Xhaka,
for
that's
that
for
goal?
sure.
Who do you blame for that goal? Xhaka completely or Leno as well?
He calls for the ball, doesn't he? He fucking calls for the ball.
He does.
So when you call for the ball, that's your responsibility.
But surely, as a goalkeeper, as our player as a goalkeeper, you see. So I'm fitting there saying, if he's going for what, I'm just thinking, no, I should have just looked at that and gone, nah, you ain't getting it. Boom.
No, but Sam, yeah, exactly. I got 1 point.
That would have been the ideal. That would have been the ideal thing to do, of course. I mean, that would have been the sensible thing to do. But Leno, Xhaka calls for it. We're trying to play out from the back. That's our instruction, right? So, when he places Xhaka, he's not thinking Xhaka's going to fucking just give it to Wood. That's not what he's thinking. He's thinking Xhaka's going to be able to pass it through diagonally through to whoever, or get it further up the pitch. He's not seeing what's going to happen. You can't blame Leno, even though Leno, yes, in an ideal world, hindsight 2020, yes, just boot it up, no worry about anything. But at that moment, there was no real danger. At that moment, when he got the ball, there was no real danger.
But Sam, there were two Burnley players already in the box. A third one on your.
But there was
right.
space. There was space to play diagonally. He could have played diagonally, which was a further ball, but he didn't want to do that.
Only one.
He wanted to play. He wanted to play the better ball, but he completely mishit it. He didn't hit it over the player. He hit it straight to him.
Yeah, just wanted to add 1 point that when Xhaka called for the ball, he was kind of outside the box. But by the time that Leno actually played him the ball, he had already end up in the box between two of the Burnley players. So if you're saying that yes, Xhaka did call for the ball, I am not denying it. I totally agree with it. And hold on, there is a stud in the house, and look who is.
Hey, John! I haven't seen John for a while. Hey, big up, John.
Yeah,
big up, John. I thought you got in hiding because of Liverpool, mate. Fuck
yeah, look, like my nickname, missing like my football team. That's what.
How's Salah, mate? How's Salah?
not getting
he's
those
stressed like me.
anymore. Not getting those penalties anymore because Mane won't go down.
Bloody hell.
Mane's wife would have been more disappointed than Salah. He's not going down.
Are you, John? You good?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah, I wonder if Klopp was singing the Mo Salah song when he took him off.
Salah was pissed, wasn't he? Salah was pissed. He was really pissed. He was pissed.
Yeah, don't get me started about that game. Don't get me started.
I guess John Klopp likes his mummies, but not his Egyptian ones.
What's the score with Leicester?
1-0 at half time.
Wait, I tell you what. Well, at least when he starts, he doesn't get taken off after the 46th minute.
1-0 Brighton though, Brownie. Sorry if that was Leicester. I thought.
How's Jim, John?
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, yeah, I've not been going out with all of what's going on, but it's all right.
I wonder why.
John.
They had me crossing the border the other week, John.
Fucking hell, Brownie! I'll just lock you up and throw away the key, mate. That's what I'll do with you.
Couldn't believe it.
John, is Jim better or Liverpool playing?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. To be honest, I've considered not watching them anymore. They're pissing me off too much stress.
Oh, join the club. We've gone past cancelling, mate.
Hey.
Join the club, yeah. Now you know what it feels like to be an Arsenal fan, John. Now you know.
Hey, see this? Look, this is my medication to cope.
Now we know. Now we know what it feels like to be Adam.
Yeah.
Not even in the Premier League.
Yeah.
He's
Absolutely.
worried because he had to wait another 30 years.
Oh no! Don't start with that. I don't want to go back to Roy Hodgson days. That's for sure. Don't take me back then.
John, it's still better than being in Adam's shoes. He has to watch the Championship week in and week out.
Hey, I gotta go back to 1927.
Yeah,
Do you
that's
know?
about it, isn't it? Yeah, that's about it. Is it Stephen your name? Sorry, I haven't been on a stream with you before. Is it Stephen? Steve?
Yeah, Stephen.
Yeah, I've seen you before, mate. I've seen you on you're on the terrace a lot, aren't you, with the Terry and that.
Yeah, don't go on there so much because I'm doing lots of stuff on my channel now.
Right, okay, that's good. Like I was just saying, I see all the terrace. I mean, that's it's all a laugh and all of that, but those Chelsea guys are mental, aren't they? All the Chelsea people on that terrace, fucking hell.
Yeah, oh God.
Right,
You mean
I'm
the
not
same?
commenting about that channel, Sam. I'm not commenting.
Do you know what? That football terrace the last couple of weeks, I've got to admit, it's just been more like it's
Clickbait,
all about
clickbait.
reaction. And it's all
Yeah.
about
Creating
and
reaction, yeah.
I'd
yeah.
rather just be more real and genuine. I mean, I'll do
Yeah.
clips of stuff, but I'd rather just if something happens between two people, then I'll clip it. Then if not, I'm not looking for it. If it happens,
Yeah.
it happens.
But you guys are talking about being real and genuine, and you're talking about fans that were born in 2003 or
Yeah, that's a
4.
bit difficult. Yeah.
But just a quick say, big up Bhargav, big up Russ, and
Yeah.
Stephen
Yeah,
Bargav.
Bargav, man. Bargav's
Bargav's
becoming becoming like my manager. Like managing like just earlier we were like looking at the schedule, like who are we gonna get in, who are we gonna do the watch alongs for, who are we gonna do this? And I'm like, you do know I do have only limited energy. I do have to go infusions every week. You do know this. I'm not very well.
My fucking throat is killing me now.
Adam,
And you did it yourself. You did it to yourself, didn't you, Brown?
Yeah, he did.
Just ordered an Indian, didn't I? I thought I'd welcome Nitesh back onto his getting channel going. Go Indian.
But can I just say, since Bargav's in the chat, like big up to him because part of him yesterday got us the blind good on that channel. To be honest, I didn't know he was coming on until like he appeared, and it was Bargav's doing. So big up to him. He's like,
Bargav's
really helped us out big time.
Yeah, he's a great guy, Bargav.
Yeah.
Great
But
guy.
everyone that
Everyone's
contributed
good.
to that stream, like that, you all made it what it was. So I think it was. Go
sorry,
on.
Stephen, you can thank me later because Adam is desperate to be on channel, so he'll definitely be there. But just kidding, Adam is doing a good job as well.
If I want to set up a Liverpool banter show, I know where to find him.
No, Adam is actually a Cardiff City fan. He's not a Liverpool fan. Football with Brownie is actually a Cardiff City fan. You may not have heard of Cardiff that much.
Actually, my grandma's part Welsh, so tu tell.
Sorry?
Tu tell. Whose coat is that, Jackie?
All right, okay. Yeah. Sorry. I mispronunciation then, but I know what you mean. Whose coat is that jacket?
Yeah.
Whose coat is that jacket?
Yeah.
Actually, I was gonna say, don't offer him any open invitation. You love going in, Brownie.
Hang on, what's the other one? What's the other one? You see those two in the valley? Mine's the one in the middle.
Hang on. Are we speaking Welsh or Spanish?
It's my impression of it, so you have to take it.
And a quick big up to the boot room, and Bhargav is a legend. He's saying, I don't
Yeah,
disagree.
no, yeah. Hey,
He's been doing a lot of good jobs.
Sometimes you know, some of these people, you can classify as real good YouTube
Genuine
now, you know?
people.
Yeah. You can see it may
Do you know
take
what,
a little while. It may take a little while, but you can see through fuckers like that sometimes. Never mind.
you know what?
I'm just continuing to eat my food and saying fuck all now.
Yeah.
Do you know what? The one of the main stars on there was the F1 commentator, and literally it took me an Insta back in November with some pics saying, "Thanks for these pictures. Can you help us out sometime?" And he just went, "Yeah, I can donate an hour of my time. Like, just let us know."
Fantastic.
Genuine people.
Steven, if you want an hour of Adam's time, all you need is a Russian hooker and 2 beers, probably.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Brownie will sort you out. Brownie will sort you out.
Don't get Brownie going on women and people he's had a spat with. That's the longest Santa's list. That one.
Yeah.
That's a fucking growing list by the fucking day.
Adam, you can be in a committed relationship longer with people you piss off rather than women.
No, you know what? I was really pissed last night. This is why I was late. This is why I actually cancelled one of my shows last night.
I knew that was
right.
Go ahead.
Right. But I was so wrecked. I actually said the L word to her, didn't I?
Oh bloody hell!
I know.
You're a nutcase, you are.
I don't even know. I don't even know what the L word was, but I can see it was bad.
Lesbian.
Adam, isn't that like degrading yourself because she was kind of dating you?
I don't know what's worse. I don't know what's worse. Like his date or Klopp's management.
I can't say anything about it this season. I just look the other way.
John, probably you need your beard back now with all the lesbian jokes happening around.
Jesus Christ.
But anyways, big up to Gary, big up to some of the other guys. Talk MU. You guys
Talk
are
MU.
Big up to you guys. And big up Bhargav as well. You are doing a good job. Big up to Russ in the house as well.
Oh, Russ is in
actually be on the post, and the blonde is actually, if anyone wants like an intro or anything like that, just hook up Talk Manu. He's real guy. He sorted some real stuff out for me.
Big up to you, Talk Manu, and hopefully I think everyone will now hook up to you with respect to intros, because I guess Adam, you want a new intro? Is Adam still there?
Well, give me 6 months and then I'll do a new intro. I've only just changed it. I'm not...
only 6 months, Brown. Is that it? What are you working through there? Bloody hell, mate.
You guys are full of cheek tonight. I tell you.
Well, you got to realise. Look. I live the F1 lifestyle. I can't wait 6 months.
Adam.
I don't know where Arsenal could be in 6 months.
Yeah, fuck knows.
Well, I get no entertainment from Liverpool, so I've got to get it from Brownie, I guess.
Let's just face it. Let's just face it. The way you're going, you'll be below us.
Hey. No, I'm not. I've said like the last few weeks I've been talking. Anyone I've been talking to, I said I'm not ruling out anything.
No, but remember the Adam bet for the Europa League, Rangers versus Granada. You remember that?
Granada would go further. Granada would go further.
Come on, okay, let's get everyone's opinion on that. Steven, let's start with you. Rangers versus Granada. Who do you think will go further?
Rangers.
Okay.
Look what Stevie Gerrard's doing, man. That's Stevie Gerrard.
I'm telling you, Granada are going to have a surprise package in the Europa League. They dispatched of Napoli. They've done better, just a good team earlier on. But I wouldn't mind betting if a draw is kind of and they'll go all the way to the final. Arsenal wouldn't beat Granada. I don't think Arsenal would beat Granada. I think
Mm.
Arsenal would beat. I think Arsenal would beat Rangers home and away, but I don't think
We'd struggle to get to a semi, mate.
Huh?
Yeah.
We struggled to get to a semi.
No,
No.
but if you can think of a measurement rather than going head to head, Rangers and Granada. If you use Arsenal as an example, in my opinion, they wouldn't get past Granada over 2 games, but they would get past Rangers over 2 games.
But where did Arsenal get into the picture? I mean, it was between Rangers and Granada, and
No. It's because it's just
Because we're shit and he's using us as a comparison.
Because it's brownie. You don't know what the fuck he's talking
it's a
about.
brownie comparison. It's one of the comparisons where you have to go right round the fucking field to get to the
It's because he
centre.
put some weed in them brownies.
But if you use that, I don't know what everybody else thinks, but I do think if they over 2 legs, Arsenal could get past Rangers. Over 2 legs, I don't think it'll get past Granada.
Ooh.
I
don't know. Have you seen how bad we are? Cool.
I think they're both close games, and
it could be away goals, if it was, But
I think Arsenal would get past Rangers because I think Rangers suits Arsenal how they play. But I think if I don't. Here's my ignorance because I don't know how Granada play, but I believe they are from. Yeah, I can't really say either way, but from what little I know, it seems like they play attacking football, so maybe that could suit Rangers because they score a lot of goals. I think in that Antwerp game they scored was it 9 or something in total? I think over 2 games. So going by that, you'd think that they'd have a chance, but I think that game could go either way. That could go either way.
Okay.
People have been bigging up
Unai
Emery,
Emery.
because of Villarreal, but we've got, home and away. Granada have drawn both games, home and away with them. 4-4 and 2-2, I think. It's La Liga has been, the standard.
Oh, Villarreal will screw us over. Villarreal screw us over.
But Granada have drawn both games, home and away, in the league with them. La Liga has been more compact. More tight this year. I think last time I looked, Granada was 9th. But I don't know. Something tells me Granada, if the draw was kind, they go all the way.
But if you look at do you know what? If you look at the Premier League and you look at the Liga and also the Bundesliga, it's been exactly the same. Really, really tight.
Yeah, all of them are, because this season is just all thrown out of the window. But going back on Sam's point, Sam, I just think they've won it. Were they in it last year? It's because they basically a new club into the European competition. I just think that they just welcoming it with both arms and they're just going for it.
Yeah, because I mean, if they've got the attitude of playing every game like a final.
Yeah,
they're going to be tough to beat, aren't they? They're a real cup team.
And the Arsenal link is there, of course, because Tony Adams is part owner.
But hold on, what does Tony Adams have to do? How they perform? I mean, he's not the coach; he's the owner.
No, I'm just saying he's part owner.
But you saw his influence doesn't come down to the club.
Not that much.
It's.
Before I go to Sam, I have one question for Adam. Atletico Madrid, Chelsea. Their style of play, 1-0 Chelsea.
I think Atletico will score at Stamford Bridge, no problem.
So you are saying Atletico Madrid.
We said that when Chelsea went there, and look what happened. So
yeah, but the goal was questionable, wasn't it? The goal was questionable. I think the formation was a bit weird by Simeone, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, it was.
But I mean, nowadays, are you really safe just scoring 1 goal away from home? I don't think so.
No one is saying that, but that is the thing. Yeah. It was a defensive setup. They were very defensive, and Chelsea was given enough ball.
Oh, I've seen Atleti be far more defensive than that. And that's God's gospel truth. I've seen them be far more defensive than that, but that was when the Declan Partey was there. But then again, you're talking, 12 months ago they went to Anfield and they took Liverpool apart. No disrespect, John. When
Oh, come
Simeone,
on, man. We had Adrian in goal, man. Don't give
No,
him any
they didn't.
credit for that.
They didn't actually
but
take Liverpool apart. They didn't actually take Liverpool apart.
Oh, here
They
we
were-
go. Here we go. Here comes the
No, no, no,
excuses again. No,
I'm
no, no,
saying,
no, 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 no.
I'm saying Liverpool
Hang
took
on, hang on.
themselves
Was that supposed to be the greatest Premier League side ever? Is it? Yeah. Keep
No, no,
it,
Yeah, so
keep it going.
just
I'm
put
saying,
what the media says on my forehead, and I'll live the rest of my life with it. Tell me.
Yeah.
okay. Let me change my word into that then. Only 12 months ago, they needed to go to Anfield and they needed to get
Yeah.
a result, and they got a result. I can't see them not getting a result at Chelsea. However, getting through at Chelsea is a different kettle of fish. They may get like a 1-0 win at Chelsea, and then it'll go to extra time, maybe penalties, and they may not get through that way. But I think over 90 minutes, I can certainly think that Athletic could get a positive result there.
so I'm just quickly having my 3 a.m. snack right now. It's 2:45, but anyways. So just want to ask Sam. It's 2:45 a.m. here.
It's quarter past 9 over here, man.
But Sam,
Yeah.
Rangers versus Granada. If you had to pick one based on what you have seen or probably what you know, who do you think would go through over two legs?
I think Granada will go through because I think they're just more of a cup team at the moment. I think they'll outperform Rangers over 2 games. I think they're a bit of a what do you call it? A bit of a surprise package. Granada, I think they'll give Rangers a much better game than they think.
I'll just give you
I
an
got
ethical
food now.
warning. I'll just give you an ethical warning. Adam has put his money on Granada.
Oh, then Rangers will win. That's for sure.
Exactly why I had to give you that
Exactly.
ethical warning.
Anything Brownie bets on, the opposite happens. So it's just that simple.
I did have one come up the other week actually, but
One out of 1,000. Oh wow.
yeah,
okay.
but the odds were much better. I can't remember what it was now. It was 2-0. Why done? It was the Liverpool Sheffield United game, and it was coming up to like 60 minutes. It was still 0-0. So I went 2-0 to Liverpool after 90, and they come in 2-0. I think I had like 9-1 for that. But then I thought my luck was in. I got a bit pissed. I thought my luck was in and fucking blew the winnings on shitty other bets. So fucking none of them come in, did they?
Of course you did. That's what you do, isn't it?
That's such a Brownie thing to do. That is.
I was waiting for him to come out. And said, "Oh yeah, I had one come in. It was Arsenal beating Man City, or Man City beating Arsenal." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, cool. Should vote about that one. It's too easy."
No.
That sounds like a Brownie bet, to be honest.
No, but Adam is kind of deluded with respect to betting, but he's not that deluded. Yeah, with respect to Arsenal beating Man City, I don't think he's that deluded with respect
No,
to
I preferred when I bet. I prefer to bet in play. I get more kind of success if I bet in play rather than before the game is kicked off. Because then as the game goes on, especially I don't know if you guys would agree, but because the season's so compressed, I think definitely since the new year, I think teams and games are basically plodding along for maybe the first half, and then they come out of the traps and for the second half. They're kind of like saving the energy.
Adam, you don't need to defend yourself. We know you're drunk by the second half. That is why you try to bet in the first half when you have some sense of depth. Hopefully, because otherwise it won't work at all. You don't need to defend yourself.
It's a 3 o'clock in the morning. It's a 3 o'clock in the morning bet when you're proper pissed and you're going on your phone and you're betting on Argentinos Juniors or something like that. You haven't got a fucking clue. Oh yeah, they're about 4-0 down in the first half. And come on, they'll come back. You know, and nonsense like that.
Leicester just equalised, by the way, 1-1.
Oh
Maybe
no,
what-
I don't. Hang on. I don't. Hang on. Hang on. I don't get why. Hang on. At what point do I get up at 3 a.m. when I'm going for a piss? But I think I'm gonna get a betting out. Fuck it.
No, what
I'm
it
more
is?
like I just want to get this over with so I can go back to bed.
No, what it is? I've been to a strip bar probably before, and then I come out to it and I think, fuck, I fucking spent some money there. I need to fucking get it back quickly. So then I come up with some bright idea of chucking on, getting some money on betting. When I wake up on Sunday morning, I'm out of pocket even more.
Actually,
Oh,
the point is Brownie's night starts at 3 a.m. That is when he does all the. That is when all the wrong decisions start coming in.
Oh,
Hang
yes.
on. At what point?
yes.
At what point were we supposed to point? I thought we were supposed to talk about Arsenal at some point.
But I have put a bet on Leicester to win when they were 1-0 down and they were 9-1.
Who are they playing?
Brighton away.
You know what?
Brighton win that.
I said in a stream the other day, I said Brighton are going to win this game. I should have fucking bet on Brighton. And that's going to happen because if you bet on Leicester, Brownie, you know Brighton are going to win. It's as easy as that.
Yeah, well, there's a bit of an omen because the same guy, Iheanacho, equalised against Burnley the other day, and Burnley held that for a 1-1. So now Brighton will hold that for a 1-1 because it's exactly the same scoreline.
It's not too late to predict a draw. It's not too late.
What's the score now in the game?
1-1.
1-1.
Oh, okay. I thought Brighton was winning.
No, not anymore. Adam just said it, and there it is, 1-1. But
Who's playing the Champions League? Is it Liverpool or RB Leipzig?
I think we're this week. Yeah, I think so.
Oh shit! Is Stella going to actually make it this time?
Yeah, put a bet on. I wouldn't put it against us to go out somehow with a 2-0 lead. But
no, I don't think against Leipzig because I saw a few Chelsea fans and United fans saying that only if Nagelsmann stops playing a high line, Liverpool will be fucked. I mean, I don't think it is as simple as that.
Yeah, I think no, because Leipzig plays so open. Right? They have one way of playing, and they only play so open. So they don't adjust to the way Liverpool plays. So if you play open against Liverpool, despite how bad they've been, they'll take you apart, right? So they've got to really think, oh yeah, we can't be like that. We've got to be more reserved. They've got to be planning how this game goes. It's like how George Graham planned It's like George Graham back in '89, how we planned like the game at Anfield. I'm sorry not to use this, Adam. I don't know who. Yeah, John. I'm sorry to use this, John, but I'm gonna have to fucking use it anyway. It's a beautiful moment.
Don't worry. Everyone always says it. Every stream I'm on brings up that bloody game anyway. So I'm sick of it.
Well, but it's George. Yeah, but how he planned to get a goal, right? Keep it 0-0 at half time, then get a goal early, then like they'll get panicked, and then to be honest, if Liverpool didn't do what they naturally do, which is try and find a goal at the end of the game, they would have given us the ball back, so we would have been able to score the winner. So I blame Liverpool, not them, not us.
But Leipzig kind of remind me of us, except because the Bundesliga is a lot more of a poorer league. Besides, I think
except they're better.
Excuse me. Look, I'm not even going to go into it because you're going to start screaming excuses again. But every single centre back of ours has been injured this season, and we don't have.
Do you want me to get the violin out?
Excuse me. We also have FSG.
How many times have Arsenal been told never use this injury as excuse? You should have scored in depth.
Excuse me, I'm me. Do I tell Arsenal fans this? You're using this on me.
Hey, this is what I've been told about growing up. Don't use excuses, right?
But I think Liverpool fans have not been the one telling Arsenal that much. It's been more about Chelsea, Manchester United, and some of the other fans. Exactly. But let's quickly get off topic. And before that, Stephen, can you just give a shout out to your charity and the event that you have been doing?
Yeah. So you can obviously SVT TV, as well as they do Arsenal and F1 content, we just run as a football channel, really, so anyone can have their say, no matter what team they support, and that's all the way up the leagues and abroad. So, but yeah, we raise awareness and money for Children's Liver Disease Foundation, and like I said, we had an 8-hour stream last night, and we had lead judges. Even Lee Gunner managed to make himself late for another show to come on for 10 minutes. The F1 commentator David Croft. We had Monster. We had Turkish, and we had the Blind Guna and Claude. All these great guests come on to help raise awareness and money, and we've raised over £200. So yeah, you can subscribe to the channel, you can like the videos as always, but even I more appreciate is that you donate, even if it means you don't even leave a like on the video. At least you donate. So that's all I can ask.
And quickly, just going back, hearing Stephen and John argue, Adam would have thought I was better with the Russian.
Hey. When Stephen was on about an 8-hour session, I was thinking of my last, my last, but I only lasted 8 minutes, and never mind.
I was just gonna say.
Trust me, when I did that, I was stuffed. I was knackered.
But hey, Steve, if you want to come on like halftime on my watch along, and advertise your campaign, doing a halftime, you know, other people who have got charities as well.
Well, like I said, I've got as much as we do a liver awareness show, which makes awareness about liver disease mainly, people can come on and have their say on any mental health issues or issues they've got, whether it's pandemic or what's going on in the world, and yeah, just their own personal problems, and as well as any causes they want to raise up. So yeah,
well, come on. I think the next.
I mean, I do a watch along. I do a watch along during the Arsenal games, but I'm sure.
Well, come on, do one of my watch alongs at halftime.
Steven, I got a good offer for you. Steven, I got a good offer for you. I'll donate £500 to the charity if you go on Adam's channel and call him a Swansea fan.
How much are you gonna donate?
£500 if you go on Adam's channel.
Right, let's get it done.
And call him a Swansea fan.
Hey, you got. I'll have to fucking accept you first, Stephen. You just keep an eye here.
I tell you what. Tell me where the channel is. We'll get this done.
I tell you what, Natesh. You donate £500, and I will do something pro Swansea on my Cardiff stream. I don't know what for. But go on, and Steve, you do that. Come on Saturday. I think it's Saturday next game. Call me a Swansea fan, and he can donate 500. No worries.
No, but you have
done. He's done.
You have to do it like this. But Adam, aren't you a Swansea fan? Oh no, wait.
Yeah. Trust me, I know how to do it. Don't you worry. I'll learn. Don't you worry about that. Right, I even changed people's names during the stream just to wind them up. We'll get this done.
So let's.
Nitesh, thank you. Yeah. It means so much.
No worries. I'm going to clip that part off and share it around on all social media platforms.
Hey, make sure it is £500, not 500 fucking rupees. Yeah. Because I know I'm not test fan.
Adam, I don't go for the cheap hookers. Don't worry. but yeah, going back to the Arsenal side of things, let's get back to it. I heard a lot of fans saying, including Steven, he said that I don't accept mediocre football at this club. I don't accept what Arteta is bringing to the club.
No, it's coming.
And yeah, I said that comment there on Daniel's stream. We accepted a decade of top 4, nothing else. Embarrassed in the Champions League, embarrassed in the Premier League, so many big defeats. You remember Arsene Wenger's 1,000 game? So
Oh God.
yes, I know you have to remember those, but unfortunately,
Yeah, I
but
walked into a bar. The bar I used to be going in when my dad was a kid, and fuck me, it was not impressive.
no, but the point is this actually mediocre football that we have seen just for 1 year now or 1.5 year with an FA Cup title as well, or has it been there for like a decade?
We won FA Cups as well, didn't he, Wenger? He won
We did,
FA
Yeah,
we
Cups
did.
as well.
No,
that year
that is
you
what
won
I'm
an
trying.
FA Cup.
That is what I'm trying to say.
So
Wasn't even that mediocre football which the fans have accepted for over a
Yeah,
we
decade?
but
played better. We played better. We
yeah,
played
but
much better
in the
football under
end,
Wenger.
but the end, we still wanted the board, the manager, and the owners out.
Yes, but in terms of the football we played, for me, we played much better football under Wenger. Even in his last seasons when we wanted him out, we played much better football. At least we played
We
possession
still got top
football.
four.
There was some flair. We had some good attacking play. Yes, we were quite bad in defence. We'd always let in silly goals, but at least we had an attacking flair. We looked good. For me, we played a lot more entertaining, a lot better football than we do now. This
But the
football we're
thing
playing
is,
now is we
mm,
don't know what it is.
but the thing is now is that we play. It's like I've said before, and we had this great debate on Beyond the Post. To be honest, the other guy who was supposed to come on, who was Arteta, and he really screwed us about. But Nitish really held his own, to be honest, and because it was 2-on-1 really. And we had a great discussion. You can check the stream out, 2-hour debate, Arteta in or out. And it's like I said before, is that Arteta was better when he was playing 3-4-3, right, and
Yeah.
the very defensive counter-attacking football. And I don't know what this is now, but under Wenger, yeah, we played a good attacking football with flair, and yeah, we took embarrassing defeats, but the bare minimum we got was top four, right, or top five. And I mean, this last year, you could see we weren't even challenging for top four. We weren't
Yeah.
even challenging, so he needed to go. But we knew the board needed to go, and so did the owners. But yes, right, though top four was not what we wanted the title, and that's why we got rid of him. It doesn't mean now we should just accept what there's there from Arteta, because now it's even worse, right? So if we don't set top four and not challenging from Wenger, why should we accepting this from Arteta?
I'll
We should
just
be
add,
expecting so much more.
Yeah, I've got to say in this as well. I look, the argument I have with when you say is the football bad under Arteta. One of the things that's been happening a lot is that you guys never have a full 90 minutes of good play. You control the game for a
We've
bit.
had one half, like Wolves, which I don't even blame him on. We had one half. And yes, we had other. I bet you though, if we came up in the second half, we wouldn't have played probably if we had 11 men on the pitch. We wouldn't have played probably the same. We'd have probably played more defensive. But the only complete performances I've ever seen is maybe the FA Cup final and the Manchester City semi-final. And again, that was playing 3-4-3.
Yeah.
That was and yeah, that was playing 3-4-3. So it's like I've said before, if you're playing this 4-2-3-1 and you know it doesn't work because you haven't got the players you need, why do you persist with it? Right? You know you've got a shit midfield. Why put the extra midfielder on there? Play a 3-4-3. You know it's worked. It's won you a cup. So why don't you do it? You're just putting more pressure on yourself doing it.
Personally, I think the 3-4-3 formation is flawed. And the reason I say that,
You say that though, but
because-
we've won an FA Cup with it.
yeah, I know. No, hey, I agree. But let's be honest. I think Klopp's formation has been found out now by.
I knew you'd somehow get him into this. I knew you would. I was waiting for it. I was
No,
waiting
no, no,
for
no.
Arteta broke Klopp.
If you think of it,
that crap again.
if you think of it,
I don't believe it. Don't worry, I don't believe it.
I think
Adam, before you go on, you need to sponsor John's next shave because you mentioned it.
I think teams are going more and more defensive at the moment because of the season's so compressed, and you're coming up against a team which you're coming up against more teams, I think, who play. The old system would be 3-5-2. I know that with wing backs it can be seen as 5-3-2 and all that, but basically 5 across the middle, 3 centre halves. So a 5 in midfield against a 4 in midfield is always going to have always going to do the extra man's always going to count, and I think that's why he's binned it. That's why he's binned it because it has been found out, and formations only get a certain lifespan before your plan B has to start kicking in, and I do think it's 4-3-3 and 3-4-3. I think those formations are starting to get binned by clubs.
Yeah, Brownie, but that's
as progress is all in progress, isn't it?
Yeah, Brownie, but when you brought Klopp into it, that's one of my biggest criticisms of it. He's been too. I don't know if this is to do with all the things that happened in the season, losses, and he hasn't been able to focus on the game well enough or whatever. But he should be trying a new formation. I completely agree in our case because our midfield is getting overswarmed, like you said, and therefore we're not getting the fullbacks aren't getting the ball in the right places, and everything's completely messing up. And then our wingers aren't getting the same service they do, so they're having to take the 1 or 2 chances they get in a game in most games. And our wingers aren't like that, so he needed to change it up, and he's just refusing to. And we're just going into every game, and we're just getting snuffed out. But
I tell you what, John.
Again, one sec, Adam. One sec.
Yeah.
John,
Chris Klopp knows that system.
are
He's
you
just having to change.
gonna bring Salah up, aren't you?
No. Yes, no.
Mo Salah diving down the wing.
No, the reason I'm saying welcome to Arsenal is because the Arsenal fans were criticizing Lacazette, saying we create only 2 or 3 chances. This guy needs to start scoring. They were saying that we create only 2 to 3 chances. Aubameyang scores those chances. That is why we win games. Now, Salah, who I was saying misses chances, is only getting those 1 or 2 chances. And he can't score those chances because he does miss as well. Mane does miss as well. And at the end, this is why I say welcome to Arsenal, because this is what is happening with us, that we are getting those limited 1 or 2 chances and our forwards can't score at that point of time. And now you are getting those limited 1 or 2 chances and your forwards are as bad as ours, or maybe a bit better, we can say.
I'll say.
Wait. I've had to redo that. It's Mo Salah dive into the bench.
Honestly, those diving shots for Mo Salah are just ridiculous. Honestly,
I'm sorry. The amount of times he would dive, he's been shot. Seriously, Tom Daly couldn't beat him on the amount of dives he did.
John, red card, get off.
You know what people that say Mo Salah dive? You know what people that say Mo Salah dives are? They're the people that just watch Twitter snaps of him actually. He's like 2 times he dived and then just go, he's a diver. That's a real thing. I'm sure he scored more dives than he has goals this season. He's actually got 17 goals, so I don't think so.
I think Mane is the one. Mane is the one you can more pick on right now. But at the end of that, John was talking about. Yeah, go ahead, John. Finish the point.
So you guys don't watch Liverpool, so the amount of non-fouls he gets from getting chokeholded by defenders, he literally, because of this narrative that he dives in the media, he's actually gone into the refs' heads, and now they don't give him any fouls. So are you surprised that he actually gets away with a dive every now and then? Like I honestly don't get that. You can say, oh, he dives, but there are plenty of players that dive just as much.
Trust there's players all over the place. I know there's players in our club that do it.
No, but
I'm looking forward until we can all go back into supermarkets. We walk down the aisle I'll brush up against, an old lady or something. Fucking. You'll have people falling all over the fucking aisle.
Adam,
There's a difference between contact and enough bloody push.
No, I'm sorry. Lamella doing like Martial doing that to Lamella, right? And Lamella's going down like he's shot by a sniper rifle. Honestly, mate, if he wanted a punch, I want to make sure he got one.
Yeah, but you can't really defend Martial. He's the most feather one of them all. He just gets a little sprinkle on his shirt and he just goes.
I'm not defending any of them. Trust me, mate. There's players at Arsenal that do it as well.
I'm trying to get narrative. Football is a contact sport.
Adam.
Right? And what pisses me off is when you got commentators going slow motion. With slow motion, it's not real play. That pisses me off as well. But when a commentator says, "Oh, but there's contact there," I don't give a flying fuck if there's contact there. Football is a contact sport.
You're supposed to take him out to get the ball.
But is it enough contact to make a 6 foot plus player? If it's a defender built by a brick shithouse, is it enough to make that kind of person fucking fall on his ass? No.
But Adam,
that's what pisses me off in the modern day.
Adam, I have a question for you. Hold on, John. I have a question for you. You said you want to get in touch with an old lady. Why couldn't you just say a young, sexy woman instead?
No, but
What's with the old ladies? What's with the old ladies, Adam? What's with the old ladies? Is there something that you've been doing that we don't know about?
He likes a mature lady, doesn't he?
He's had to accept his age.
He likes a bit of experience.
He's been on 11 parties.
Oh no! Leave it.
I'm being careful now. You never know who's fucking what.
I want to sleep. I want to sleep tonight. Like, give me no. Allow it.
No, but if you think of it, but these players, no matter what club and who it is, it's annoying me now. But it's a little touch or whatever, and then going down.
Honest.
And in my day, I know I'm 42, but in my day, players would be fucking embarrassed.
I'm sorry, but honestly, I've had 6 transports, but the way some of these players go down, it's sort of like been shot by a sniper rifle.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, seriously, like, I don't even go down that bad. I'm like 56 kilos. Like, I don't go down that bad than you. Like, that's why some people watch rugby instead.
In all honesty, Adam is pissed off because even he doesn't go down that easily. And we know it.
He only
Yeah, but you know, I do agree with Brownie, but that's like that's one of those arguments you're never going to win. It's one of those things where football's already going in that direction. So you're shouting into that void. So what the rest of us?
Adam, you can only dream of diving that quickly.
No, but John, I completely agree with you. But that's just put more and more people off. You know, VAR. The way VAR is being is.
See, that's why he's annoyed.
The way VAR is being fucking handled is a disgrace, and it's like. The offside rule. What is offside? You know, back in my day, the body of a player needed to be offside, right? Not his fucking toenail, not his fucking kneecap,
literally,
not his fucking balls.
It's this fucking fingernail. Look, it's this fingernail.
Yeah,
look, it's offside.
Before you guys get into the football side of things, I remember that you have VAR on your phone and you can watch everything again, and you can send it to Sam sometimes as well.
No, I do have to admit, I will call one out, and I will defend Liverpool on this one. Like their derby at the Goodison Park, right? Yeah. 2-2. Their winner was onside. How can you pull it level with the line and say it's offside? How?
It's a ridiculous thing where
the bar was level with the last defender, the defensive line. So how can it be offside?
You know,
Well, it's not hard to believe because after that time, I think the people that did VAR or whatever, the refs, they came out and said that they got the official Pickford wrong. So if they got that one wrong, I'm not surprised they got the offside one wrong as well. They're absolutely terrible.
But then, to be honest, it's like with these. Well, I'd say with these Arsenal fans, when they blame the refs, I really feel you are weak mentality because you're sitting there saying there's a conspiracy theory, right? That referees literally say, "Oh, how do we fuck up Arsenal this week?" No, Liverpool. I've seen it. I've seen the stats. Liverpool have more decisions against them, right?
Yeah.
So don't tell me there's a conspiracy. You're chatting shit.
Yes.
It's just Premier refs are shit.
When did I say there was a conspiracy?
But we're like seventh down the list. But these fans think there's a conspiracy.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, in a way, I don't like fans saying that, but I understand in a way because there's a lot of United fans and all that constantly saying Liverpool when it's so untrue. It's just dead banter. So I kind of get why.
But what I'm saying about my fan base is that they think there's a genuine conspiracy, and I'm like, you're deluded. You just can't face the facts with shit.
I always see Sam fighting that point. It just makes you laugh every
fucking match.
And again, I was saying it on TFT, and apparently I'm chatting crap.
Every watch along, there's a couple of oldies. That are on our watch alongs, and they're always, oh fucking, they hate Arsenal, and it's always against Arsenal. Why do we never get the decisions? Oh.
By the way, Leicester are 2-1 up now.
Adam, that's that then. Fucking
it's like I said. It's like I said. Like the first decision. People are sitting and saying, "Oh well, we could have been 50-50. We might have got it." And I'm like, "Nah, it's not an handball. Get out of here." I'm a football fan. I'm an Arsenal fan, but I'm also a football fan, and they are never pens, right? Even some of them were screaming the second one. That's a handball. How the hell is it a handball? Are you blind? Right? Do you need to go to Specsavers? Right? He kicked his shoulder.
Yeah, the second one definitely wasn't. The first one was, for me, it was borderline. I could see if people argued for it. I could see against it.
Nah, it's literally kicked up to his arm. You can't really give that.
But definitely don't say there's an agenda because of that. Because we had a Kante handball the other day as well. That wasn't given. That was exactly the same. So it's definitely not an Arsenal agenda, is it?
Let's have a discussion on the second one. When you lean towards a ball and if it hits your shoulder, when you're leaning and it hits your shoulder there, it's given as a handball.
Here.
No, it hit here.
No, it hit here.
I saw it did.
No, be on the post. I saw it again and again. It was here.
Yeah.
And
it wasn't there.
He leaned towards the ball like this to try and block it.
That's fair. You can't block with your shoulder.
Yeah, but it hit his shoulder, so it doesn't matter.
And I think isn't there a rule now if it's only a handball if it's below the sleeve line, right? So even if it hit him here, I don't think
it would have been a handball. It's got to be below the sleeve line, so that way that ball doesn't make contact with the shoulder, and they can argue it's hit the shoulder.
Yeah, I think that rule got changed, Atesh, where if I think it's only
because they knew if you had it any higher, it would have made contact with the shoulder as well.
But I guess what I've seen, I don't know if there is a recent rule change. From what I've seen so far, that even if you bend like this to control the ball and it hits your shoulder here or anywhere here on the arm, it is a handball. So that is why.
It was about lower here. It has always been about lower there.
No, it's not been below the sleeve. Unless it has been changed this year. It's not been below the sleeve before this year.
Yeah, I think it got changed, if I remember right. I'm pretty sure it's been changed.
See, that is the thing again. If it was below the sleeve, then I can understand it. But if that rule hasn't been changed below the sleeve, I think that has been given as a handball more often than not outside the box. When any player has...
Yeah, I could be wrong though. It could be the offside rule, but at the same time, it could also be handball. I think it's handball too, but I'm not 100%.
No, one of the things that was changed from the rule was that if it isn't a direct handball in the build-up to the play, like there was another pass before it, before the actual goal is scored, then that doesn't count as a handball anymore. but I don't think there was any change in the level of the marking of the handball. So if you guys want to check it out, you can definitely, because
I
that
could
is
check it out to try and get an update,
yeah,
but
that is why
even then, it hit the top of his shoulder. It didn't hit the arm in
no,
any way.
it hit him on the shoulder. I'm
It
not
did
denying.
hit upper.
Yeah,
So,
but if someone is using the shoulder to block a ball, that gets termed as a handball, unless they made it below the sleeves. If that is the
yeah.
case, then everything changes in that. I am not denying it. But if someone uses the shoulder even to control a ball, I think even Sam, you have played professionally. You must know that if someone uses a shoulder to control a ball or bring it down
Yeah.
on a,
If you use the shoulder actively, it's a handball. Yeah, yeah.
so that is why some of the fan base was saying that he used his shoulder actively to stop the ball. Now again,
The thing
as
is,
John,
the thing is, for me, I didn't think it looked like he actively tried to block it with his shoulder. I think it hit him there. He was where he was
I
and
think
tried
he
to
just
hit him
jumped
there.
it. I just jumped to get in the way.
You know, I just don't think he intentionally tried to block it with his shoulder. I don't think so anyway. But yeah, listen, that's far from. There's so many other controversial decisions that are a lot more controversial than that one. I mean, that one wasn't really that controversial in my opinion.
no one is saying that it's an agenda against Arsenal, but I think that is why the fan base is talking about it being a penalty.
But the other handball, that other handball was a clear handball. You know,
Exactly.
that was
I
clear.
don't think
That
it
was.
is. I don't even think that
It
is,
is.
to be honest.
It
But
is because it just his hands
but then again,
out there. And
but then again,
he clearly
do you know
stops the
what?
ball.
I literally do think the Premier League refs are literally debrief the week before or game before, and they're like, "Right, what's the handball this week?"
Yeah, it changes all
Right.
the time. It changes all the time.
Hang on, let's take this page and let's do it this way.
There we go. See, John's just posted something here. He says,
Yeah.
football, the International Football Association Board, blah, blah, tightened up the handball rule for this season, defining the boundary between the shoulder and the arm as the bottom of the armpit.
Yeah. So then it says after that anything below that is classed as handball. That's basically all it says.
Anything below the armpit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much from the sleeve line down.
Yeah. That seems when you put your arms together.
Adam, does the word armpit bring back any memories of any fantasies that you had?
Brownie's I don't know. Brownie's in bed. What's he doing? Brownie.
Can
you hear it?
I'll come back.
Brownie,
You can't hear us. Thank fuck for that.
I thought he was just thinking about armpits.
Nah, he's got a dream with his diving techniques.
Yeah. What about the game? What about the game? You know, I love how it's always that Arsenal is going to decisions.
The only problem with Leicester winning is Daniel Amate scored a goal, and I couldn't even remember who the fuck that is. Unfortunately.
Yeah, he's a defender. They like before all their injuries, he'd never play. He's like third or fourth choice centre back, I think.
Nah, that is the thing. That these guys are playing certain players. They have their problems. I am not denying it, but they aren't playing the best of football. But at the end of the day, if they're winning the games, that's all that matters. Because even they couldn't beat Burnley, but they will be second if they win this game temporarily.
Yeah, they've won, by the way. It's ended. It's finished.
Okay, so they are second now.
So they picked up some points again, didn't they, Leicester? They weren't doing great lately, were they?
Yeah, I'd say that it was a typical Brighton performance. So they were the better team, had all the shots, and they just can't put their sots in the goal. They're
sound like someone we know. Yeah.
Okay. A quick question to all you guys. Let's start off with Steven. Steven, looking at the position in the table, would you take Nuno at Arsenal, or you are fine with what is happening at Arsenal?
I'll take Nuno on a heartbeat.
Okay, you still feel that Nuno would have done better with us, even though he's struggling right now, despite the Jimenez injury?
Yep.
Okay, and Sam, would you take Nuno right now, or do you think that?
If that's the only choice, like you're saying, would you have Nuno over Arteta? I would say yes, because I think Nuno is a better manager. I think Nuno could get more out of our squad. Yeah, I really do, because I think he's actually quite a good manager. Yes, I know he's struggling right now at Wolves, but what he's already done at Wolves is fantastic. So I think he would do with our squad. He'll probably do a lot better.
Can I just clarify? My preferred choice is Rafa Benitez.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot, but I think Benitez would not come to Arsenal unless he was given some assurances. I mean, what was Mike Ashley than the Kroenkes for him? I would feel personally. I mean,
True.
they're both the
Might
same.
get some back in.
We have to buy some players.
Mike
this summer
Ashley
because
literally gave him nothing. Literally.
Yeah,
No, he
Mike
gave
Ashley
him-
never gave him.
He gave him Almiron, who is, according to me, not a Premier League proven player, and he's not going to be a Premier League success
Well,
according
let's
to
just say, like, he give him a bit. The Cronkies would give him a bit more than what Mike Ashley would. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
we've got to get players this summer because we're lacking in numbers in the squad.
you need a lot,
we need
yeah.
players.
So Adam is getting spanked for the night, and Sasha has finally turned up.
Yeah, his wallet's getting rinsed in a minute.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
He
So
wish.
Adam will be probably not shouting Cardiff tonight. He's going to be saying CSK Moscow, but but let's say John, would you take Nuno?
Nah, probably
based
when he's finished, he's gonna cut out. Come on, you swans.
but again, John, would you take Nuno? Like, you have seen what has happened this season, and without Jimenez, he does not have answers because Adama Traore, the big man beast or whatever you want to say, the guy with the IOB on steroids, he's also gone missing. I mean, okay, I can understand Jimenez is injured, he's out, he's gone for the season. What happened to the other players? Neves, Ruben Neves, and the other guys.
Well, they lost Jota as well, didn't they? Jota, they lost to Liverpool, was an important player.
They sold him. How that is not exactly losing him. They
Yeah,
sold
but,
him.
Well, they did lose him. They just sold him, and he's an important player. They haven't replaced him. They replaced him with that youngster, haven't they? What's his name? That
Rather than Jota.
He's not playing well. That youngster, I can't remember his name. He's 19 years old.
Rather than
you mean
Jota.
Fabio Silva, right? You mean?
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
No, rather than Jota, the major miss is Doherty. I feel he is the more bigger miss. But then again, that is the thing. Even if Nuno came to Arsenal, you can see what Arteta is going through or what Emery has gone through. So that is why I'm asking John again. Do you think that Nuno would do a better job than Arteta, or would he be again like good evening in Portuguese?
No, I think Nuno would do a better job than Arteta. I mean, you can't use a good evening in Portuguese. Nuno at least has some good English. Like Unai Emery's conferences were a joke, but I mean, as at the same time, like a lot of people have said, like your club threw him under the bus because you could have just got him what do you call him? What they call
interpreter.
Yes, that's the word. Yeah, they could have gotten him an interpreter like Bielsa.
Like Bielsa. Bielsa
No.
uses an interpreter. Yeah.
No, but if you remember, Emery himself said that I want to speak directly with the fans.
Yeah.
I want to connect with the fans.
He was wrong.
I
was
want
wrong,
to
yeah.
I want to give the fans more good evenings than I give my wife because
Yeah,
I'm cheating
exactly.
on her.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I'm-
And he was wrong. That was a poor decision.
He was one of the gentlemen in London, wasn't he? Just sticking it where he could.
he thought if he did a Wenger in some other positions, he would probably get to be the long-term Arsenal manager as well.
You all
No, but
say
I
that,
think-
but then when he got sacked, you say that, but then if you look at where Arteta it was at the point that Emery got sacked, Emery had lost 3 games. Arteta already lost double that.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, a lot of us. I know Nitesh wasn't, but I know a lot of Arsenal fans when he went on that horrible run, a lot of them said he should have been sacked. Like if it was a lot.
There
of
was some
clubs,
saying he should have
would
been sacked after the Europa League final, but I continued until the Palace game.
No, I'm talking about Arteta. Like when Arteta went through that run recently.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, a lot of Arsenal fans are saying he should have been sacked. When it was a lot of, if it was a lot of clubs, he would have been
After-
sacked because that
Yeah,
run
after
was.
North London derby, I said that, and it's like I said,
Yeah.
I've spoken to a West Ham fan recently. I've spoken to two. I've spoken to a Newcastle fan as well, and I've asked them the same question, and the same question with even a Plymouth fan. I said, if you were taking away the fact that you support these clubs, and you were with your manager, you were in this, you've seen this from Arteta, right? Would you accept this at your football club? Every one of them has said no. They want him out.
But hold on, what do Newcastle fans even have to say? They are stuck with Steve Bruce, and they don't
Yeah,
even.
but even then they wouldn't stick with him.
And the other
But
point
there
is
was that show. But what's that show? They've got lower levels than us. They expect lower than us, but yet they still wouldn't put up with Arteta.
No, see, that is what I'm trying to say. If the Newcastle fans say that we want better, they should be ranting against Steve Bruce all night long. Because
Yeah, that's what they are.
They are.
They're not
No one
happy-
won't listen.
They are.
They're not happy with Steve Bruce. They want him out.
Exactly. Mike
Yeah.
Mike actually just ignores what everyone says and just says, "Oh, yeah, this guy will keep me in pocket for a bit longer. You know, I'll keep the man
They already
there."
said when it got Steve Bruce, they're like, "Oh shit, we're getting relegated."
No. What I mean to say is that they also see, one thing is, yes, obviously they need to speak up against Steve Bruce, but those fans also know that if we say something against Mike Ashley, he's going to be like the Kronkis. He's not going to hear us out. So the best option that we have is get rid of Steve Bruce. And Steve Bruce is obviously also not doing a great job because he's trending towards relegation.
But it's like I said, who was before him? Rafa. And with that team, what did he do? Get him in the top half of the table.
Exactly.
That's the
No,
difference.
But again, why did Rafa leave? Because the owners were not ready to listen to him.
But the whole point is, Nitesh, the whole point is a good manager will get more out of this team. Don't you understand that? It's not about the owners and who gets backed or not. That's a whole different question. When all you've got is this squad, that's all you can work with, right?
You've got to work with what best with you.
Let me try and put it to you like this way. It's probably a stupid analogy, but it's the best one I can come up with. Okay, say you've got a lump of clay. You got one lump of clay, right? It's a big square lump of clay. That's all you've got to work with, right? Now, Arteta, he's basically doing fuck all with that lump of clay. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. But a proper manager, you know, he can turn that lump of clay into a sculpture, right? It's about what you get out of what you have. That's what I'm saying. A proper manager, a well-seasoned, you know, top-level manager, he would get more. He would get more out of this squad. We would not be in 10th with a top-level manager. We would be further up the table. Not necessarily top 4, maybe even struggling for top 6. But we would not be in 10th, struggling, you know, down towards the second, you know, bottom of the table. You know, the second half of the table, bottom half of the table. We would not, you know, and that's what I'm trying to say. These people keep talking about.
Can I also just add that? Can I just add that as well? Is that if you're getting that top level manager in and you are getting 6th or 5th or maybe even 4th, you're getting Europa League, you're not getting UEFA Conference League or complete out of Europe, you're getting Europa League standards at minimum, right? So you can attract the players you need to go and improve and make that step into the top 4 and then get the players you need from that to go and progress into the Champions League and even to a title.
Okay, 2 points just there. One, if Rafa
That's
Benitez
what
wanted to,
That's what I mean.
if Rafa Benitez wanted to come to Arsenal, he would have come when the job was vacant twice.
We don't know. We don't know.
No,
it's all speculation. It's all speculation.
No, we rejected 6 managers to pick a guy who had a better presentation. But
yeah,
okay,
it's all
let
speculation.
me tell you the second point. Let me tell you the second point, which is not speculation. One season, Benitez with us gets 10th or 6th. Great. The next season, Kroenke say, no, we don't want to give you this player. We don't want to give you this money. Rafa says, I'm leaving. That is what he did at Newcastle.
Yeah, but then you're making it up then. You're making up again.
No, I'm not making it up. He did it at Newcastle. When Mike Ashley did not listen to him.
How do you know that happened at Arsenal?
How do you know that would happen at Arsenal?
Are the Kroenkes not one of the worst owners in the Premier League right now?
But they gave Arteta money, didn't they?
They
They
gave
gave-
Arsenal.
Hang on,
spent
but then the same, but the
Arsenal
same
spent
token, the Arteta Vin fans to celebrate the transfer window said, "Look at the conquest they've given us Partey."
That was
Yeah, they
that
gave us
was
Partey.
a last day signing when they failed to sign OR, which Arteta wanted. Arteta
They still
clearly
gave us
said,
Partey.
hold on, Arteta clearly said that I want OR over Partey.
Well,
Our
he could
club
have
did
just
not
said, "No,
want-
you're not having him."
No, he wanted him in the long run, but he said I want OR as a priority. They didn't give him. Our Emery wanted Zaha. They gave him Pepe.
But look at the players we've got now.
Emery wanted Nzonzi. They gave him Torreira.
But with the newer, you're talking back with Raul now. Now with the new recruitment team, they've recruited better players now. Gabriel, Pablo Mari, Cedric. These players
Pablo
are better.
Mari-
They're performing better.
Pablo Mari and Cedric were part of the Raul signing.
Yeah, but they're still better signings. Gabriel's a good signing.
Accepted.
Partey's a good signing. You
Yeah,
know,
but
Gabriel's a good signing, but I'll tell you what, it's like with every other Arsenal defender, right? It's doing exactly what has happened before. They start off well, and then what happens? It all falls apart.
No, I'm not saying that.
They're around Dross, that's why, and they're learning off Dross. Well, if they had better defenders around, they would keep that level. But when they're watching this amateur defending all the time, it's going to get to them.
No manager. Nitish, you create a scenario to benefit your own agenda, right? That's what you do. Because no manager's going to come in if they're not going to get anything they want. No manager's going to come in. So what's the point?
Yeah.
Why don't we just close the football club and turn it into a theme park?
No, I'm not. See, what I'm saying is Arteta said himself, I want OR over Partey. And the club could not get OR. They got Partey. I'm not saying he's a bad signing. I'm not saying any of those things. But if it happened with the Benitez, see, now this is Arteta. Yes, you say he's an experienced manager. So he has accepted it, even though he has some things that he says. Hold on. He says in the press conferences. Now we have seen with Newcastle, when Mike Ashley did the same thing to Benitez, Benitez said 1 season later, I have delivered a top half finish. Now I'm walking. If he did the same thing,
that's a different situation. What happened to Benitez was he didn't get anything. At least Arteta still got money. He still got players. It was just not the players he wanted. Benitez might be okay with that. He might still keep
he might still be able to work with that.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Because he's won 2 Champions Leagues. He's won a Champions League he won a Champions League that went 3-0 down at half time with the Liverpool side that had no right to be there.
Yeah, they were awful, yeah. Half our team were awful.
The team that would deserve to be there was Mourinho's 2004-5 side, right? But yet he got them into a final and 3-0 down and still managed to turn it around and win it on penalties, right? He's gone to then Real Madrid and done it there. So I'm sorry, he'll be able to work with that and get us maybe even a top 4 finish.
We won the league.
It's called working with what you've got.
You won the league with Valencia as well, of all people. So don't think.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, did he? I'm pretty sure he won the league. I think.
No,
if it wasn't the league, it was Europa. I think it was maybe a Europa then, yeah, or something like that.
But then again, he came into Chelsea after Di Matteo relegated him down to the Europa League. Won him the Europa League straight off.
No, I
they
don't
were
think so.
Like one of the first clubs ever to win the Champions League and then get knocked down into the groups, out of the group stages in the next season, and then won them the Europa League.
No, it wasn't. I don't think Rafa won anything with Chelsea. I think
he did. He won the Europa League.
He did win
He won the Europa League with Chelsea. Yeah, he did.
Okay, but Real Madrid, I'm sure I've seen it that he didn't win anything. He just came there.
With Valencia, he did. He won a league and he won the UEFA Cup.
But the main thing is why he left Newcastle again. Newcastle did not bring back Rondon. I think he was on loan from a Chinese club. They sent him back, and
it's not relevant. It's about getting the best out of this squad, and Benitez would get a lot more out of this squad than Arteta would. That is the point. When you start including all these other things outside the club, all this and that, whatever. We're talking about this team getting the most out of this team. That's what we're talking about.
No, I'm asking you, Sam. Don't you think our owners are very similar to Mike Ashley?
No, they put in a lot more. We've spent the third most
Actually,
amount of money the last 10 years.
Last 2 years, we've been the second, probably most expended club in the transfer window.
We have to generate the money ourselves by selling players and everything. But
The last 2 seasons, we've been in the top 3 in expenditure.
Because
right,
we haven't
players.
sold our players. Because we haven't sold our players. That is why it shows there. The other clubs that are there, they have bought players and they have sold their players, like United, Chelsea. Yes. Just see the numbers. It's about overall expenditure. It is not about how much a club has spent. It is about the net.
But if you're spending that money, you should not finish 10th.
Net spend with third most the last 5 seasons. Net spend.
Because we haven't sold our players.
So we're net spend third most. So we're spending money. We're spending money.
But yet we're finishing 10th.
That the top teams are spending. We're recruiting the wrong. The whole
we're
point
spending,
is saying.
I'm sorry. Last 2-3 seasons, we have spent more than City. Yet City are winning a fucking title.
Because they sell their players as well at the same time. They got rid of Sancho. They have sold a lot of their players. Yes,
that comes down to what Sam said, your recruitment, because I'm sure the recruitment's down to selling players as well, right? So,
but now our recruitment has improved lately. The last couple of windows, our recruitment has improved. You know, Tierney, Gabriel.
Tierney, I don't get how this guy's not captain. How is Arteta making Bellerin captain when he's quite clear to the fans he doesn't care about winning? Right? He's got that mentality that he doesn't care. He's more worried about his environmental, like, tree hugging side. Right? Why is it he's done that when the other side, Tierney, should be captain? Should be, hands down.
It's because Bellerin's at home with him, so it's easier for him to give him the captain's armband.
Yeah, and yet that's why people like Xhaka holding Bellerin, right? He's not getting rid of, and trust me, Bellerin will not be a squad player, right? He will happily make him captain if he wants to, and play him as a right back.
No, but today he has already shown that he's playing Callum Chambers over Bellerin, and even Cedric was rested.
That was just the resting for the UNB Icos game. You watch.
Oh, Bellerin.
You watch.
Cedric was the one who was rested.
And when Olympiakos screwing down the left wing, God help me. God help me.
Cedric was the one.
Natesh is the Bellerin Defence League, though. Don't worry, he'll find the quotes and.
Trust me. Bellerin is going to get played for the next 3 games, and you watch Tottenham roast him. That Son will tear him, do exactly what he did last time. Tear him a new one.
Because
Bellerin can go back to. He can go, like I've said so many times on one channel. Go to Brazil, help them with the rainforest effort.
PSG,
take Willian with you.
PSG. Self-send to PSG.
If PSG buy him, they are just lunatics.
They wanted him, and then they wanted him on loan eventually, and the deal did not work out because Arteta also wanted him.
We should have taken Pages. This is the thing. This is what the people are saying. Wait, I'm sorry. There are some. This is how stupid this is. Fans actually think we're winning the Champions League in 3 years. Exactly when Arteta said it. When Arteta said we're going to win the Champions League in 3 years, they even started from then saying we're going to win it. Right? That's how stupid they are. Right? And then they see players like Bellerin getting picked and week on, week out, and then they still think, oh yeah, well, he'll get rid of him in the summer. No, he won't. He won't.
Your manager and your recruitment are idiots, though, because you got like. Again, this is not 100%, but I've
picked up Willian last few games, but I'm sorry, Willian's not going to win us the Champions League, and he's not getting sold in the summer.
First of all, Arteta said.
Let John say what he's going to say. John, what are you going to say?
Yeah, I was just going to say, if you got offers for Xhaka and Bellerin and you turned those down because Arteta wanted to keep them, he's an idiot.
That says it all. Bellerin wanted to go. Bellerin had an offer from PSG. Yet Arteta turned them down 20 odd million. I would have taken that in a heartbeat. I would have paid 50 pence, right?
And Xhaka after Emery, Xhaka was on his way out,
and he convinced him to stay.
We had offers for him, and Arteta convinced him to stay.
Yeah, but Sam, because that doesn't suit the Arteta win narrative, because Xhaka's crap. Because Xhaka's crap. Apparently, you're now talking shit. But when it's Aubameyang, right? Oh yeah, but Arteta told him to stay.
Hold on. First of
It's
all,
all
Xhaka
Arteta.
has been one of our best midfielders, if not our best midfielder, in the last 5 to 6 weeks. He's been
Oh
better
my
than Thomas
God.
Partey. He has been better
And
than
that's
any
how
of
that's how crap our midfield is.
So that
Hey,
doesn't prove any point. If he's if he's the best midfielder, no. If he's the best midfielder that Arsenal has, that means you need to wait till the end of the season to sign better players. You can't say mid-season that because this guy is our best player right now.
Yeah, but if we're not selling,
all season,
but if we're not selling players, we're still going to end up playing Xhaka in the season.
and we shouldn't be playing him. We shouldn't be playing him.
Why would we not be playing him when he was our best midfielder for the last 26 weeks?
Because of all the mistakes he makes. He makes so many mistakes.
Can you not see? He's got another life. He's being given another life. He's being played. Now you can't sell him because he thinks he's got a thing at the club and he won't want to leave because you've given him another chance again.
Nah, that changes at the end of this season. That is the thing. Last season, Arteta needed him. If we are getting in players, last season, see, I would.
You don't tell me if he took that offer from PSG, right? Arsenal would have not at least given him another 20 million and said, "Go get Uar."
I'm talking about Granit Xhaka. First of all, PSG withdrew their offer. They wanted him on loan. That is why Arsenal rejected that deal as well for Bellerin, if you're talking about. And the second thing is, with respect to Granit Xhaka, because he's made a mistake today, the fans can call him out. But he has been our best midfielder in the last.
Listen to me.
They ain't going.
Listen
they
to
ain't
me.
going.
Just because he's played the last 4 or 5 games good, what about all the other 20 odd games before that when he's been crap?
All the fans. Already told the fans to fuck off.
Why do you suddenly excuse that? Why all of a sudden is it just the last 4 or 5 games?
Hang on. What happened to the apology? Right, to the fans, to send us the fuck off, whipping the armband, throwing it on the floor.
This isn't even about that. We have criticized them.
That's all forgotten, Steve. That's all forgotten.
No. I'm still waiting my apology, mate. Where is it?
No one wants him to be the captain. No one is saying that he needs to be the skipper. The point is that if he has been our best midfielder for the last 5 to 6 weeks,
Arteta makes him captain and plays him every single game.
He did not make him captain. He only got the armband when the skipper came off and
started every week.
Hold on, because he has been our best midfielder for the past 5 to 6 weeks.
But 20 odd games before that.
No, I'm not talking about those 20 odd games. I'm saying today
so
he started.
So why are you defending him?
I'm saying today he started because he was our best midfielder for the past 5 to 6 weeks. So he deserves to be on that.
But then what happens every time, Nitesh? Every time he'll play 1 or 2 good games, then he'll play 10 bad games, and he'll have huge mistakes all along the way. A lot of the mistakes, luckily, don't result in goals. He'll give the ball away a lot. He'll fuck up a lot. Luckily, they don't result in goals. But in the last 3 seasons, he's had 8 errors that have directly led to opposition goals. It's the most out of any midfielder. No, let me finish. That's the most out of any midfielder. That's the most out of any midfielder in the Premier League. 8 errors that's led directly to an opposition goal. And this guy plays every single game. But we know an error is coming, and an error always comes. We always end up in this discussion all the time. It's because of what happens. We're not making this shit up. It's because this shit happens, right? That we keep discussing this.
I was just gonna say, Sam. Sure. It's since the 1670s. You actually make it nearly 5 years now. Nearly 4 or 5 years, and we're still. And do you know what's funny? Since we brought him in, guess what? We've never made Champions League football.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the problem is not that. The problem is 2 things. One, even if you're saying that he's not good enough for Arsenal, he cannot be sold in between the season. He will be sold at the end of the season or let go of. The second thing is, hold on. The second thing is, if he's not good enough to play, but he's better than Elneny, he's better than Ceballos because he's providing creation up front. Thomas Partey is injured and he's not fully fit. Then you have to play him. You don't have an option. There. Joe Willock is already on loan. Ainsley from January, you don't have another option there. So even if he has to go at the end of the season, that does not justify that. Why will you drop him when he has had 5 to 6 good weeks and he is the best midfielder that you have?
Who let Ainsley go? Who let Willock go when Ainsley he was doing well? Arteta.
Arteta wanted Ainsley to play as a defender, a fullback.
Well,
Ainsley
why didn't you? When Xhaka's making mistakes like this, or every time, why don't you take him out the firing line, right, for your own sake, and put Willock or Ainsley there and say, Ainsley, you've done well at right back. Here's your chance as midfielder. Here's a couple of games. Go and impress yourself.
He played
Go
well
and make a
when he played
statement.
central midfield.
Ainsley doesn't have creativity.
He's been playing well for West Brom. I watched a few of their games, and he breaks really well. He's been breaking really well into the box. The only thing I'd say, he kind of reminds a little bit of Saka. When he gets to that final bit, he doesn't have the finish, but his overall play into the box.
There you go.
Ainsley is a ball carrier. He doesn't have.
You're saying he can't do any worse than Xhaka?
That's what we need, a ball carrier. That's what we need, a ball carrier.
No, Thomas Partey is currently our ball carrier. He carries the ball forward and plays it.
So what's Xhaka then?
Long ball or the through pass. Did you see the passes that he was playing today in the game? That is the thing. He plays. He slots in as a left back when
anyone can fucking slot in as a left back.
So why did Xhaka decide? Why did Xhaka decide? Why did Xhaka decide? I'm going to come and take this ball from Leno. Why didn't he think if Partey's the ball carrier, shouldn't he be better doing it?
Natasha, this all comes back to what you said. What you said earlier. All of those midfielders you said they're all not good enough for Arsenal.
Exactly.
Arteta is not good enough for Arsenal because you're happy with going backwards and being in 10th position. Just like you're fine with Xhaka having some good performances.
I'm sorry, there are fans on that TFT when we lost our last game. I think on that run was Everton. I think, right? They were and everyone said we're in a relegation battle, right? Did you really see a win coming against Chelsea? No, not at that time, right? Not even with Lampard in charge, right? Because that's how bad we were. Right? We did see a win coming, and I tell you right now, right? When fans started saying it on the Arsenal fan channel, on TFT, sorry, do you know what they said? They said they would rather accept relegation if it meant it got the cronkies and the board out. Now, I'm sorry, if you really accept that as an Arsenal fan, don't support this club.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't.
I agree.
We've never been relegated from the top flight. Why are you accepting this? No.
I agree.
You don't support my club if you do that.
They're more Arteta fans than Arsenal fans. That's the problem.
Right? I want my team to win. I want my team to stay in the league.
I've got another
At
question.
least.
Yeah, I love that.
No, that wasn't an Arteta supporter. He said they would rather see us relegated and get rid of the Kroenkes. So they were Kroenke out and they hated Kroenkes.
No, if it meant that Arteta can get rid of this board and owner, so then he can build.
What the hell does Arteta have to do with
accept
the board and owner? What the hell does Arteta have to do with the board?
Rather than sack the manager and get someone in who could just at least keep us in the league.
Do you understand that we interviewed 6 managers and we got the guy who had the better presentation? Because the other 6 did not want to come in, and they were top managers. They were better managers than him.
That's speculation.
No,
that's speculation. And by the way, why we were doing 6 managers, right? While we're trying to play with Freddie Ljungberg, why didn't they do what Tottenham did when we had one star line straight in, ready to go? Because
you're saying Mourinho.
No,
he's saying why didn't we do what Tottenham did? Why didn't we do what Tottenham did and have the next manager ready straight away?
Allegri was available. Benitez was available. All he had to do was pick up the phone.
I know Sam hates Mourinho, but I think even Mourinho would have you in a way better position than you are now.
Of course he would. Mourinho's a good manager.
I think.
But I know what he was doing in the short term. He'd screw us over because he's
not
poison.
a long-term manager. He's not a long-term manager. Though. I wouldn't have Mourinho because you just know he would never last more than 1 or 2 seasons. That's the thing.
That's what he said about the club.
And that is why they did get Benitez as well. Same thing.
Benitez could probably last longer if he gets some of the players he likes. He could probably last longer. He has got quite a decent track record at several clubs, staying for a while. But the thing I want to ask you guys is where does this notion come from that managers, that there's this whole thing that you're supposed to give managers as much time as possible, regardless of results? Where does that notion come from? Why do we have to be so loyal to a manager just because we like him and just because we think he might come good in 5 years? Why? Where does
You
that
see
come
that?
from?
You see that? Hang on, bring that back up. Bring that back up.
Hold on. Yeah.
No. We were relegated.
Exactly.
We were supposed to be relegated
It wasn't that a
at the
dodgy
end of the
thing, was it?
14 season, but because the next season didn't start because of the war, and they extended the league after the war, we
Yeah.
stayed in it, right?
Yes. And Norris sorted
So
us
that's
out.
why, right?
Cat Norris.
What was
So
that?
we still stayed in the top flight. But even then, right, we've never been relegated, right? And you shouldn't be accepting this because you want to back a manager. The reason they back a manager this much is because they've seen it with Wenger, right? And yet when Wenger went, all these fans said, right, we are not going to see another manager, 20-year manager like Ferguson or
No,
Wenger
those
ever
days are
again.
gone.
So
Those
why are
days are
you
gone.
doing this? Why are you backing it?
Hold on. Who the hell said that Arteta in means that you are giving him a decade or 2 decades?
No, because
That is a very
it's the
But
clear
this is what it
assumption.
sounds like.
That's the whole notion.
Because this
of
is what it sounds like with
it's the
Wenger
whole-
when we
it's
had
the whole
last time.
notion. It's the whole notion. You got to wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait to see. Wait and see. Wait and see.
But
Wait
who
and see.
said?
And
Wait and see.
Nitesh,
A lot of
hang on,
fans say
Nitesh.
that. A lot of fans are saying that. I'm talking
Yeah.
about fans now, Arsenal fans.
I don't even know if
Nitesh,
still
look,
Arteta is.
look, hang on. Nitesh, look, I know I've got a lot of time for you, right? You are Arteta in, you'll debate it all night long, right? And I respect you for it, right? But you're not one of those fans that Arteta in fans that I've seen recently, and they're like, you have to be positive. You have to stick by your manager. You have to do this. If you don't back Arteta, then you don't want us to win, and you're not a supporter of the club, right? Now, those fans, I have got no time for. You don't tell me what I do and how I support my club. I support the club, right? But not the manager, right?
Exactly. The club
Because
is
in
bigger
the
than
end,
manager. Exactly.
the club is bigger than the manager.
Exactly.
The club is bigger than the manager, right? Same as the players are not as big as the manager, and the club is bigger than everyone, right? Because in the end, we're still going to be in here, whether Arteta's gone or in.
Yeah.
Whether the players are gone or in. That's the end of it. The club's still going to be there, right?
Yeah.
So you should
No,
be
but the
supporting
thing
the
is-
club no matter what. But
Again,
if you want to back the manager, that's fine. But don't tell me what I do in terms of I supporting my club.
two things. If you're supporting the club, then you're backing the club who's backing the manager who got the manager in the first place. Second thing, if you are saying that Arteta in, he has only 2 years on his contract. He is done after the end of 2 years. That is the maximum time that Arteta will get, even from an Arteta in fan, unless he does something like get us in the top 4, or apparently if he gets into the Champions League, or either through Europa League or some other way. So when someone says Arteta in, you need to understand that he has just a couple of seasons before his contract expires to prove a point. He did win an FA Cup. That does not mean that he is going to get another decade at the club. That is the
But
problem.
there's some fans who really think that Arteta is going to win the Champions League in 3 years.
So if he
Right, and
does
I'll
win
tell
the
you what this
Champions League,
board will
hold
do.
on.
They'll back him. If they see Arteta fans support, if they see fans supporting him, they'll keep this going as long as they can because it makes them money.
No, tell me one thing. If someone says that Arteta is going to win the Champions League in 3 years, if he doesn't win it, if he makes it to the Champions League in the 3rd year, will you still not back him?
No,
Why not? You wanted top 4. He's back in the Champions League.
because I want to be challenging.
So that can happen the next year. If even in 3 years, if he's back in the
Yeah,
Champions
then I'll look at the next year and see if we're challenging. Then I'll see it.
So you would back him for 1 more year.
If he got there, yeah, but he's not there.
It's
Is
not
he?
going to happen. It's not going to happen,
Yes,
is it, though? Yeah.
yes. I
It's
am
not
not
going to
denying.
happen though.
I'm not denying that. What I'm asking you is a simple question. Some fans are saying 3 years we'll win the Champions League, but again, you are also
You've got to
saying
get there first. You've got to fucking get there first.
yes. I'm just saying that.
Knowing
Forget-
this lot, they'll go say when they say UCL, they'll go, "Oh no, he didn't mean the UEFA Champions League in 3 years. He meant UEFA Conference League."
Look,
No, I'm not saying that.
Look,
Yeah.
but I thought you guys were a big club because look, last year you won the FA Cup and you finished 8th, and now you're 10th, and you probably won't. You're probably not going to win the Europa League. What? So you're just going to be alright
that's
with
real
that?
progress.
No, so if he
You're
finished,
gonna You're going to be all right with that and give him money after that, are you? Just to have another goal at the top four again?
Arteta has failed his targets this season. He had targets.
All of them.
He's failed them.
Wait, who said what targets did he have?
Didn't you see that his target was top 4 this season?
Who said that?
No, that was the.
I even gave him fifth. I even gave him leeway and said fifth.
No, who said that?
The target was top 4. It was what he said it was just said in one of the first press conferences.
What he said? I want to finish in the top 4. Did he say that?
It was what's his name? You'll see what's his name.
Vinay
Charles
Watts.
He's tweeted the targets as well. He put out the targets as well. That came out in that press conference. If you look through his old tweets, the target this season was top 4 and to challenge in the cups. The cups were in to challenge in the cups. He'd been the FA Cup. He'd been the FA Cup. The League Cup is what it is. We're not really worried about the League Cup. But he'd been the FA Cup just to go on and lose 2 games later in the league. That was early January. That was already. And then now the UEFA Cup is our only chance really to redeem this season. Yeah. If we win. Sorry, I call it the UEFA Cup. If we call it the Europa League, if we win the Europa League and get into the Champions League, then for me, then we've had a decent season because we've won that trophy and we're in the Champions League, which is our ultimate goal. So if we do that, then I'm going to be pleased. But I just don't see it happening at the moment with the way we're playing, the decisions Arteta's making, etc., etc. I just don't see that realistically happening. With the other teams that are left in the tournament. And where we are in the league is far, far below his target. His target is far below that target.
Do you know what's worse? Do you know what's worse? Hang on. Do you know what's worse? Do you know what's worse? Is that before I lose my train of thought. Is that we can't even challenge, right? And that the fact that reason we can't challenge is because he makes these mistakes week in, week out. He does it every time. He makes these mistakes. Even the lineup today, what justified playing Chambers at right back? He's never match fit because you've never played him. He's never been in the same breath. He was always considered as part of the Deadwood. Why are you not bringing him in for one game? I know exactly why. You want to rest your key man at right back for the next 3 games. I know you do. I know exactly why. I've already thought what he's going to do.
Another thing is he might.
But against Burnley, I didn't care, right, if he lost this game, to be honest, because our biggest games, because of his making, is Olympiacos, right, and the North London Derby. So why are you risking Partey, who's just come back from injury, and why are you risking Saka, one of our most key and probably most influential player this season? Why are you taking the risk on them? I agreed with Willian because I wanted Martinelli for the next game.
So wait,
Martinelli isn't playing this season. You can forget about it. He's probably going to get like 20 minutes.
No, because Willian got man of the match. And don't forget, I'm not criticising Willian for his man of the match performance because his last 3 performances, right, I give him full credit for, right. And I usually give, and I'm not his biggest fan. Trust me, I've been slating him all season, right. But it's still, how do you pick Willian over the future of Martinelli? You're screwing someone's fucking career.
Wait, one thing first. How is that about the future if Willian is coming on and producing the result and giving you exactly what you asked him for?
Because Martinelli's going to be here for the future of the club. If we've got any ambition.
So he's 19. Where is he going on at the age of 20?
So why do we act like Saka is the key man at Arsenal?
Nitesh, I was always a fan of Willian, but he hasn't always been producing this. So this argument has only come about now. But where was Martinelli for all those games when Willian wasn't doing anything?
He was injured. He was
on the bench for quite a few games when Willian did jack all, and he never came on. And I remember because I watched a few watch along.
Martinelli just
No,
returned.
no. Don't start with this Martinelli rubbish.
I keep hearing Sam and the others going, "Why is Martinelli coming on?" Like every single watch along.
He just returned in December, and then when he came on and he played a few games,
He's
he
not
got
even
injured
getting
again.
15 minutes. He's not even getting. That's what
Lee
managers
played.
Judge is already.
He
So Lee Judge is doing that
Europa
stream. Already gave you the Martinelli theory. Don't even go there. Don't
What
even go
theory?
there.
He played
You
games
can
and
go
he
back
got
and watch
injured
that
again.
stream. I can't even exactly remember what he said because my memory's not that great.
There was a Europa League game where Martinelli came off at half time and Willian was brought on. Later on, at the end of the game, it was confirmed that he had hurt his knee again. That was the second injury that he picked up.
So why
And
do you waste 10 minutes when he's already won the game? When he's already won the game, why bring him on for 10 minutes? Just if you're gonna risk injury.
But
Why bring him on?
Natesh, he's been
Why
on the
did he
bench,
bring him
right?
on?
Why is he on the
For
bench?
1
Why is he on the bench if you're so scared about his knee injury coming back again? You don't put someone on the bench if you're not even going to use them. Like
Exactly.
it's idiotic. You might as well you might as well put Balogun on the bench, but no, he won't do that either, will he?
He's not going to put Balogun on the bench unless he signs a new contract. That is clear as crystal clear. That has been the story, clear story.
This is the point
So
about his
you'd rather
man
put-
management.
So you'd rather put an injured Martinelli, which exactly what Steven just said
He's
proves
not
our point
injured now.
that
He's not fully
his
fit.
man management is piss poor.
Yeah,
Just
no,
prove it again.
It's shit.
you know what it is, Sam. It's the petty stuff from Arteta, the ego that he doesn't want to put someone in that's not signing a contract.
It's like with this Emery versus
No,
Ozil
that is
thing.
not anything related to just Arteta. That is what every manager does when a player is about to leave the club.
Oh.
They don't give them time unless you sign
No,
them.
do you know what, Natish? Right, real managers like Ferguson don't pick up petty fights on that. They just do what Ruud van Nistelrooy and what he did to Ruud van Nistelrooy and fire him out the door.
Another example.
Best example, Danny Ings was dropped from the first team because he said he wants to leave the club. Matt Ryan, who is at Arsenal right now, was dropped from the team because he wanted to leave Brighton. Let's not get into La La Land and let's start assuming and be like hallucinating about things which are not actually happening. Managers drop players when they say that we want to leave the club because they look at future players who will be staying at the club.
Wijnaldum for us does not signing a contract. He's 6 months left. He's been a loyal servant to the club. And
look at the situation Liverpool is in.
Is that not his fault? He's played decently well most games. It's not his fault that
he would have not made the team. He would have not made the team if there were not so many injuries and
do you know why he plays every week? Because he respects his manager.
Yeah, he still gives it all. How do you know?
Because his manager's a better manager.
Even though his contract running out, he still gives it all every game. He's always fit and he normally plays well. So how do you know Balogun wouldn't?
No wonder Luis and Willian wanted Arteta out.
And they're still performing well for Arteta.
This is what a lot of these things are, and it's come up in arguments before. There's a lot of assumptions on what things that happen. How do you know Balogun wouldn't go on a mad scoring run and then he signed a contract? You have no idea.
Yeah.
It's all.
Why would he do a hat trick in the under 23s? Why would he do a hat trick in under 23s? Clip it and then tweet it when we're playing just to what? Because just to piss the club off, or just to whine, or just to fuck off Arteta because of the way he's been treating him.
So you would play Balogun over Aubameyang and Lacazette?
Why not?
I'd at least sub him on if Aubameyang is taking the.
Why not? We did. Hang on, Nitesh, you say that, but and why not? Because when we weren't scoring, right? Surely everyone was crying out that because surely, right? We played Smith Rowe, we played Martinelli, and we played Xhaka. So why don't you just play Balogun? Screw it.
Balogun did play in the
Europa League. We've all played in the under 23s.
He did play in the Europa League. Balogun played in the Europa League. He didn't play in the Premier League.
No, but I mean in the Premier League when we kept losing game after game after game after game.
Like we come back to the previous point when why have you got an injured Martinelli?
If your striker's on firing, why don't you take him off and just risk a younger striker? What was the point? You might as well give it a go.
Like when we were saying before about the injured Martinelli on the bench, this comes down to our No, but if he's not going to use him, you might as well put someone else on the bench. And when this comes back to Arteta's management again, because we've seen a lot this season when you're losing a game and you'll put on midfield subs instead of actually putting on attackers because he's restricted his bench and who he wants to bring on, and he could put an extra attacker on with the attack he's already bringing on. So he could bring on Lacazette and Balogun and put him up front and try more to win the game. But he doesn't. He doesn't do that.
Balogun is not even on the bench in the Premier League. He's not even on the bench right now.
That's the point I'm making. He's on the bench.
Aubameyang is the first choice striker, and the second choice is either one of those who come on. The other thing is Martinelli, when he played recently, he started off games. He got injured twice already. So Arteta does not want to risk him or does not feel the need to risk him. The third thing
what
is,
about Balogun then?
the point that was made by lead judges was that Arteta didn't bring him on when we were leading Newcastle 4-1 just for the last 10 minutes. He brought on another player as a substitute. That is totally fine. Arteta can choose which player he wants to bring on. He doesn't need to definitely bring on Martinelli.
I agree with that. But the arguments we have is when you're losing a game and he doesn't bring him on and he brings on more defensive substitutes. Like how many times have you guys been losing or drawing and he brings on Ceballos? Like, surely you can bring on a more.
We were drawing that game. We're drawing that game, and surely just to give Burnley more control, right? Just give Burnley more control. What does he do? Take off Partey.
But then, I'm pretty sure from a lot.
He doesn't take off Xhaka, who's made the mistake. He takes off Partey.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That doesn't tell you favoritism. I don't know what will.
No, Xhaka had a better game than Thomas Partey today.
No, he didn't.
What?
He did.
Apart
from the one mistake,
How can you say that?
Partey was much better. Partey controlled that midfield.
Partey gave away the ball at least twice or thrice in the first half.
Who made the mistake? Who made the mistake?
What about the pass through to Aubameyang and all of that? It was fucking amazing.
Granit Xhaka also played a pass through to Aubameyang before that. He did. Go check it out.
Who made the mistake?
Sorry, you can't argue with someone who just doesn't live in reality. So
I'm not arguing with you. Don't worry.
No, as I'm saying, you don't live in reality. I mean, how can you say that? You're literally the only person that's going to say that. Literally the only person.
No. I know someone even worse who actually believes we're going to win the Champions League in 3 years.
No, I know the Pratt. I know the Pratt in the Hat will say that as well. He loves Xhaka.
No, not him. Not even him.
Who's the Pratt in the Hat?
the man with two initials from AFTV.
Ty.
Oh, right, him. Okay. Yeah.
No, not him.
But the thing is, go watch the first half. There was a pass that Partey just gave away to Burnley.
One pass, Partey was much better.
I'm giving an example. Fortunately, it was Burnley, and they did nothing with it once they reached our box. So
you know what Natesha's doing, Sam. He's going to pick out the moments that Partey did, and because there were more, even though Partey had more influential moments in the game, which should put him above Xhaka, and he played better. You're just disregarding them, and you're like, well, Xhaka did.
Oh, you're lucky on my phone.
Xhaka did a lot of good
stats up with this game.
Xhaka did a lot of good passes, but they came to fuck all. But he did some bad things as well. But Partey did some bad things and did some really good things. That's the difference.
Partey, you just see was just a different level, and the way he controlled that midfield today was just different level.
Hang on, I'm just watching the replay of this. Who makes the mistake?
Well,
wait, Xhaka.
We know that will come from Xhaka, though, don't we? We know. When I saw Xhaka got that ball, I knew it was coming.
Yeah, but this is the point. Right? This is the point where where people think this is acceptable when we start saying, "Oh yeah, but Xhaka had a better game than Partey."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but he makes the mistake.
I'm not talking about the mistake.
You're saying Xhaka makes a better game than Partey with that mistake.
I said apart from the mistake.
It shows the standards are low.
Nah, I said apart from the mistake. That is the thing that I said.
No. You can't just throw apart from the mistake. It's part of the game.
You can't take away. You can't take away his biggest.
Jesus Christ.
You can't take away his biggest flaw, Natesh. That is why that's his biggest liability. Like he's
but I said the overall play that he had in the game versus what Partey had in the game, apart from the mistake.
Yeah. Natesh, he literally cost Emery Champions League. He gave away a penalty.
That's like building a car. That's like building an F1 car, right? And forgetting. Oh yeah, every part of it is great apart from the steering wheel, which is not there.
You guys don't get a point, so I can't help it. Unfortunately, I said he made the
No,
No, we
mistake.
get it. Of course,
No, you need to
We don't.
take a hint when you're the only person who thinks that. You need to take a hint. You know,
No,
that's-
don't worry. Bring on Brownie to cover him in a minute. Yeah,
No, you're all right. He's
Yeah,
I don't
busy.
need anyone to cover me against you three. But anyways, so that is that.
You'll find no one apart from Ty, maybe. But
Oh,
I said,
know someone
I said
was. Don't
apart
worry,
from the
don't worry,
mistake,
I know
Granit
someone
Xhaka had a better game than Thomas Partey. So I
so what
clearly
about
said
the mistake then? So why do you keep making stuff up then?
about
Sam,
what?
Why do you have to why do you have to keep making stuff up to make your points?
About what? What stuff did I make up?
Yeah,
I
just
said
made it
apart
up.
from the mistake, he had a better game.
You're removing the mistake to make him look better, but he had the
No, I'm
mistake,
not, I'm
right?
not making him look better. I said he had a better game apart from that mistake that he made.
Yes, because that's what you have to do to make him look better.
Yeah, exactly.
If Xhaka never makes mistakes, then he's the better player, right? But unfortunately, he keeps making mistakes.
No, I never said he's a better player than Thomas Partey overall. I said apart from the mistake, he had a better game than Thomas Partey.
Absolutely not.
Why do you need to twist the words to get your point through?
No, it's just you make stuff up.
I clearly said apart from the mistake, he had a
Yeah,
better
but why do
game.
you do that? Why do you have to say apart from mistake? Because
Because
you
that
know,
was
with,
a mistake.
because you know, with the mistake, he had a poor performance today with the mistake. So you have to remove the mistake to make him look good.
The
You know,
mistake.
you're manipulating it to make
Sam.
it suit you.
Sam,
No,
look what I put in a private chat. Go check that out on YouTube. You'll find someone more deluded.
no. The thing is, I said that when Xhaka
That
made a
guy
mistake,
is
I'm not denying the
literally
mistake.
believes it.
I'm not
Okay.
protecting Xhaka, but
And
I
plus,
said
I'll put this out as well. He would rather have kept the Invincibles rather than take a loss and win the Champions League.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I think that is a bit 50-50 for between everyone. Like whether they would take the Invincibles or the Champions League.
I'll take the Champions League any day of the week because I'd save me getting banned by Chelsea fans.
Yeah.
Oh, look, we got a little gold cup. Well done.
No. The thing is, though, that is the one thing we're missing, isn't it? It's a Champions League.
exactly.
Yeah,
That's the thing with Arsenal. Arsenal, we've done well domestically, but in Europe, Arsenal, we've never really been.
we
good.
don't have that respect in Europe.
We've got so few trophies, European trophies.
We've got two cups that don't even exist no more.
No, we could have won it
yeah.
in 2006. We could have done it against Barca.
But we didn't. For fuck's sake, we didn't.
Because Barca had a better squad.
Not really. We were the better team that day.
We were a much better team
Oh
that
my
day,
God.
but then we were a much better team that day. We were a much better team. We even went 1-0 up with 10 men
Yeah,
with Sol
exactly.
Campbell. But unfortunately, Lemon got sent off, right? So we had to play with 10
No,
men.
we were 11. We were 11 when we scored, and then he got sent off.
No,
And
no,
then
we're not. We
No,
were 10
it's
men.
after.
We were 10 men when Sol Campbell scored. We were 10 men.
He scored a header.
Lemon got sent off after 18 or 19 minutes. It was really early.
Yeah.
Lemon got sent off really early, and then Campbell scored later on from a free kick.
Yeah, I
But
think
He had
so.
a free kick.
Well, you might as well have had 9 men because you had Almunia in goal last time. So.
But the thing was, with 10 men against Barcelona, you're never going to win against
Hang on.
Barcelona.
Missing. What did you do? What did you do like last week?
You talking about what?
What did you do in the last game?
Which one?
What was it about Salah? What the last game? What were you on about?
I'm confused now.
John, did you say something about
Yeah,
Salah or something?
he wanted to mention something about Almunia. Just said, what did Salah do in the last game? What did he get? Did he get benched?
Hey,
Yeah.
well, I can't complain. I can't complain what Klopp does. That doesn't mean he was actually you say like he got benched, but he was the only player doing it. He put one on a plate for Mane. It's not his fault he air shot it, is it?
Yeah, true.
Mane doesn't want to be at Liverpool anymore. He's done.
Yeah, that's struggling.
He's done being in Salah's shadow.
Look. Stephen was having a go at me and all that, but I'm not like most Liverpool fans because I can't watch a lot of these channels because they're all positivity and all that, and I just by the way I'm talking about Arsenal, I'm not here for the Liverpool positivity and let's not pretend the ship's sinking right now and say everything's gonna be all right and players that are clearly under decline and not under decline. Like it's kind of like the Arteta thing with Arsenal. They're just willing to give players the buy because of what they've done. But honestly,
To be fair, there's a record on my channel who criticised him on his own channel, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm a bit more cutthroat than most Liverpool fans, and I just get rid of Bobby altogether. I'll get rid of Bobby Firmino, and if Mane doesn't improve by the end of the season, I get rid of him as well, and I'd improve the three a lot. Salah would
change it up.
Yeah.
And most Liverpool fans that we know have a beard or a bushy poon.
Yeah, and to add to that as well, a lot of people like this transfer window. I was one of the only ones that wasn't happy with the transfer window, because I said that I would have taken Werner as well as Jota, not just Jota, because I wasn't confident for Firmino. And look,
but you were the one who said stop disrespecting Klopp and we will win the title again.
No, you know what I said. It's kind of like what Sam said in regards to Arteta. But for me, before there was evidence, I thought it's a little rude to put Liverpool out of the bloody top 4. I thought that was a bit cheap. If you would have said it like when we started suffering, I would have understood. But at the start of the season, I just think that's proper cheek. I mean, like that's some Mystic Meg stuff that you've seemed to have predicted it. But I thought it was pretty cheeky at the time. That's all my problem I had with it.
No, I guess the only thing that people were concerned was, why were you feeling that we are disrespecting Klopp and saying that Liverpool won't be able to defend the title? It was just a prediction that people were feeling, getting the vibe that Liverpool may not be able to defend the title again.
That was at the start of the season as well, before we had any injuries either. So, how did you know all that would happen in the first place? Like, again, Mystic Meg.
Well, John, I can tell you it's based on that your guys' performance as a team has been on the decline since
last January.
Since halfway through last season, basically.
Yeah. Look, you're right, Sam. It's not been as good, but I guarantee you, if we had our full squad, we would have still won a lot of these games that we've lost.
Oh, you would definitely be challenging. You'd probably be challenging, but
it would be challenging.
City are just a level above, aren't they? They're a level above.
I agree. Yeah. City would have still won it. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only thing that Klopp needs to do is now put Salah and Mane in bed somehow.
Oh look, he might saying Partey did better than Xhaka.
Yeah, right.
Did he mention apart from the mistake, or did he not?
No.
You know what?
All of it.
You know what? Apart from the fact that I'm a fat bastard, I actually look like Johnny Depp.
Whose ship are you on tonight?
That's like
apart from the fact I've had 6 transplants, I can drink alcohol.
See, everyone will say, if you look at the stats overall and the kind of passes that he played and the tackles and everything, you will see what I mean. Apart from that mistake, obviously everyone is going to criticize him for the mistake.
That's obviously me like saying I can have a drink.
See, I'm not saying he's better.
I can have a drink, surely.
No, I'm not saying that Xhaka is a better player than Partey. But what I'm saying is, apart from the mistake, if you compare what else has done, I said he's not. I said he's not a better player than Partey. But if you compare the overall things that happened in the game, apart from the mistake, he has better stats and better.
Look, just because you pass to someone doesn't mean you're a better player. Just because you pass to someone and it gets to them doesn't mean you're the better player, right?
Yeah, even though I've got a small cock, women love me. That's what
it's all that to manipulate stuff to suit you. I mean, it doesn't.
It's like someone had said to me, "It's like that's like me imagining having a 15-inch penis." It's just not gonna happen.
Mr. Tripod, are you?
It's a tripod.
Let's just say, Adam's trying it.
That's pretty dangerous. I think.
Good thing Adam isn't around. Otherwise, he would have been offended by the small penis jokes. Probably he'll smoke a pipe up her ass or something tonight.
God knows what he's doing.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, he's a nutcase. That one, he really is.
But anyways, we have gone on for like 2 hours and 15 minutes, and all my alcohol that I had
And we
is
got
already.
nowhere.
Yeah.
We got 2 hours and 20 minutes, and we got fucking nowhere, basically.
We got round in circles for 2
Tish is on his own little world. We're trying to beat reality.
I need to check those numbers again, but let's see. I'll stick it to you someday. Don't worry with respect to those numbers again.
I don't want
But-
to see if Xhaka's got 98% pass fucking completion when all of those passes are sideways and backwards to someone 5 foot away. It doesn't mean anything.
Oi, he got an assist. Let's say that.
Yeah.
He got a fucking assist.
I should have used that point. He got an assist.
Mm.
That's it. Partey didn't get an assist.
No,
That's true. That's true.
At least Natash's happy because India are smashing England. At least he's happy with that in the cricket.
Oh, don't start. Well,
That's done.
Every week.
That's done. We already got 3-1.
He speaks about cricket. Fuck me.
That's done. You
And
can
then
keep
what's
crying
worse
about
is when I see the nurse giving the infusion, he's a fucking Man United fan. Fucking hell.
So anyways, I think there was a joke about Manchester United that Harsha Bogle, one of the commentators, was saying that there is not much to talk about football. It gets over in 90 minutes, and then you can only crib about the referees, unless you're a Manchester United fan.
I like that. Yeah.
What?
He said there's not much to talk about football because it gets over.
I'm just
sorry.
why the hell are Match of the Day doing a screen meter to how much a tackle was? Like, of course it's a tackle. It's gonna fucking hurt.
For which tackle are they talking about?
Lacazette when he got taken out.
Yeah, that looked painful.
Yeah, I think
I thought it was worse than it was, but he caught his foot. I thought he'd gone
right for the back of him. Yeah,
I thought he'd actually caught his ankle, but he went like lower than that on his shoe, so it shouldn't have hurt that much. But he squealed like mad. That scream was mad. But yeah, I imagine it still hurt though. Yeah, I'll say.
Yeah,
that.
I bet John remembered how French porn sounds like now.
No.
Squeal like a pig.
People probably sit there and go, "Well, Lacazette had a better game. He didn't score a goal, but he screamed louder."
What's you saying? Squeal like a pig? Sweet.
Like Deliverance. Remember that film, Deliverance?
Oi,
Squeal like a pig.
Just do us a favour. Don't mention David Cameron.
Oh god, going deep there. Broke back mountain settings up.
I can't quit you.
Let's not make any weird noises, otherwise Adam will come on with his camera on, and you know what will happen then.
No.
Oh no! You know you'll go one further from him doing it on the toilet and being on camera.
Okay, no.
Yeah,
it'd be worse than Claude leaving the camera on going to.
Yeah. That's like Brownie did.
leaving the mic on as he went to the loo.
And you know what the worst part is? Sasha will probably have some Indian inside her, but it won't be me.
No.
That's a good one.
Oh no, that's a horrible thought.
I didn't completely think it. I left it a bit to your imagination.
Oh my god!
I just hope his stomach can cope with madras food, otherwise he's going to notice.
Oh my god, that's unsettling. That's like one of those ones. You know those films when those old films when they were doing it and they get the champagne in their mouth and spit on on top of their ass. That's what Brownie will do.
It's gonna be a curry night.
It's a curry night. It's gonna be a windy. It's gonna be a windy night.
I just hope Adam doesn't wake up tomorrow and say, "Okay, breakfast is served."
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But anyways, let's just wrap it here before we traumatize one person who's actually watching right now, and that person,
I think we've already done that.
and for all we know, that person is some kid and he calls child services or something like that. For all we know, it's all Adam listening to all the weird ideas that we are giving him and implementing some of them in bed. So let's not go there anymore. And before we wrap it up, Stephen, can you quickly give a shout out to your channel and the charity once again before I go to Sam and John?
Yes, it's SVT TV. You can find me on my yes, Charlie is great. He's absolutely brilliant. He is. 14-year-old, he can ban me because he's a City fan. Right, you can find me on my Twitter here. Right, and actually, Sam, I just followed you, so
right, okay.
I'll
give you a follow back.
Yeah, and yeah, anyone can follow me on there if they want to get in touch with me and like come on the show, value anyone's opinion, and yeah, we just do football content as well as mostly follow on Arsenal and F1, as well as raising awareness and money for Children's Disease Foundation. So if anyone wants to get in, just DM me if they want to, or Instagram me if they want to help out and show support.
Good stuff.
And big up to you as well. And I think the 14-year-old City fan, I think the City fan is not going to be the problem. Hopefully, he didn't see what we were talking about before. But big up to you.
Nah, he's alright. He'll be alright.
And Sam, where can people find you? And any other stream that you're planning in this week?
I'm just a guest now, panelist on other shows. I'll be on the watch along on Thursday with the Mr. Arsenal podcast with Ryan. I'll be on the watch along there. Haven't really got anything else planned so far.
He DM me this morning.
Pardon?
He just DM me this morning because apparently I sat outside with him in the Emirates.
Oh, right, okay. So I haven't really got anything else planned apart from I'm also on the Arsenal fan circle. That'll be Thursday night. That's late night because that's an evening in America with the American lads. And I'm just a guest on different shows. Really, it's always fun to be here with you, Nitish. Have a good chat, have a good bit of banter, always a bit of a heated discussion. It's always fun. And thanks for having me.
Big up to you as well, Sam. And Sam had nothing to do with the guy who scored the goal today. So just making that clear, it's nothing to do with Chris Wood. It's only Greenwood.
Exactly.
And he's also not related to the Greenwood who left Arsenal earlier this season.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that was mental. That was so mental when that Sam Greenwood signed for us from Sunderland. That young talent, and he signed. I just sent it to everybody on Facebook. I was like, finally, everyone laughed. Just brilliant.
Yep, and I remember putting it on all the all the videos that don't go Sam Greenwood. Don't give us.
He went to Leeds, didn't he? He went to Leeds. But I mean, fair play to him because he knew it was going to be tough to get to play first team football. So he went to Leeds. So he's going to probably get more of a chance there.
Yeah. So we have Chris Wood, we have Westwood, and we have Greenwood. So
there you go.
And last but not the least, John and his name, which reminds us of Salah, Mane, Firmino.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me on, Nitish, as usual. Not been on in a while. I've not been on anything in a while, so it's been nice to come on. But it's probably going to be a while till I get my channel going again because my main channel that had all the subs, I lost it because I swapped phone number, lost my SIM card, then I could locked out my Google account, and you can't get back in without. Basically, you have to get in by the email or phone number. I've lost the phone number and the email. To get into the email, you need the phone number as well. So basically, I'm never getting on that.
Basically, your channel will be back probably before Liverpool wins the next title.
That'll definitely be a guarantee. You're gonna probably be back next season, and we're not winning this one, are we? So, but yeah, probably. Yeah, I ain't say I'm not tempting fate. I'm definitely not going to say we'll win the league next season, because that would be a big shout with where we are right now. So, but yeah, right now my channel will be Revenite FC, but I will be starting content on there in about 6 months probably, because right now I don't have my own space, so it's not really how I want to work, if that makes sense. There's just a lot of background noise and background noise a lot of the time. So, but yeah, hopefully I'll be back to it as soon as possible. But yeah, it's been fun, and yeah, thanks, Atish.
And big up to you as well. And for all those hot ladies looking out for John, he is in Gibraltar. His channel's name is not missing. That is what he'll probably do when he wakes up the next morning next to you. But so big up to you guys as well, and do check out Football with Brownie, because he's not going to be online for a few days, I guess, after what happens tonight. But you can always check his channel out and enjoy the Indian, Russian, and whatever flavor he throws at you. So big up to all you guys. It's been a long stream. We've already gone on for 2.5 hours. So to anyone who's in lockdown, be home and be safe. And now I need a smoke, so probably let's just
And
end
have
up
the vaccine.
And have the vaccine. Take care, be home, be safe, and Atata in. Bye.
Come on,